Oops. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good. I was playing around with my microphone and I didn't notice the countdown clock had passed. Hey, it happens. Hey, Chris, what's up, brother? How are you?
Pretty good. What's up?
Good. What's up?
Oh, boy. What a day. What a day. Uh,
Are you
Jessica,
still uploading these on YouTube?
no,
No?
no. I got lazy. Do you want me to upload them on to YouTube?
Yeah, I've
I
been
just got
having people ask about the YouTube channel.
wow. Uh, okay, I will tonight. This episode will be on YouTube, sir. Okay. So what's new, everyone? What's new, Jessica? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I am hanging in there, hanging in there. I hear you have some news for us today.
Sure do. I also made sure I posted the link into the Facebook group on the tire savings opportunity.
Chris, are you having trouble hearing Jessica, or is that just me?
Yeah, it's a little like there's feedback or something.
Yeah, I couldn't hear
Like
feedback.
getting drowned out.
Mr. Anderson.
What's going on, man?
Hey, all right, brother. Jessica, I was having some trouble hearing you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you really well. Let me see if I can fix. Let me see if I can fix it. I'll just use my other earphone. Is that better at all?
Yeah, that's better. Chris, is that better?
Yeah.
Hey, James.
Okay. Now I hear you loud and clear. James, you know Jessica?
I don't, but your fucking speakers are echoing again, brother.
Jesus Christ. You guys aren't going to be able to hear me, so I guess
We can hear you.
yourselves. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Cool. I'm on my shitty computer speaker now, so now I can't hear. But yeah, go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We were having technical difficulties, and we are streaming in the Facebook group. By the way, I noticed that.
Great. Yeah, I was just mentioning that I had posted the information about the tire discount program, as Mike is reflecting here on the screen. But I did speak with our folks over at the company that's offering this tire discount, and they are actually promoting a special right now for anyone who signs up for the mobile app for this tire discounts, the roadside assistance, the maintenance discounts. You will get $25 off on top of the additional savings that you get. That averages out about 52% off on tires. So between now and the end of the year, if you sign up for the app, you will get $25 credit towards your first purchase on this application. So exciting that they're willing to offer additional savings on top of savings. So that's now through the end of the year. Sign up for the app, you'll get the $25, and you'll need to purchase something by the end of March in order to get that $25 off your first purchase.
That is cool. Let me see here. We're excited to announce the launch of, you know what? Let me just put this back up. Oh, hey, Jamie and Jennifer. Jennifer, you there?
What's up?
I am.
What's up? Oh, okay, cool. So Jessica just made an announcement about the fuel card tire program. I only got part of it on the screen, but it says, we're excited to announce the launch of our new tire discount partnership. As a valued customer of NOAA, you are eligible to save up to 52% on tires across 20 market-leading brands available at more than 5,000 tire dealers and 700 truck stops nationwide. In addition to tire savings, you could save as much as 15% off and more on emergency roadside repair, towing, and preventative maintenance through the strongest network of on-demand maintenance professionals across the country. Across the trucking industry. There is no fee to gain access to these savings. Simply install the app on your phone by clicking here, tire savings. That part got cut off. But the post is in the group, and I'm going to pin it to the top. We believe this partnership will help you save money and keep your fleet on the road. Thank you for your business, and we look forward to serving all of your savings needs. I am going to, it's already pinned to the top. So, Jessica, that's, you're giving away the farm there. I'm not complaining, thank you. I like farms, but that's a good deal. James Anderson, didn't you have a bone to pick with Jessica?
Yeah, I did. So, yeah. No, it was me.
Lady. Yeah.
So, Jessica, I had a question because I called in. I told them that I was a member of NOAA, and they told me that it was a $10 monthly service fee to sign up for the MS Fuel Card to get that tire discount. Is that accurate?
The Fuel Card program does have a $10 monthly maintenance fee, and that is really a program fee to access the entire discount network for fuel savings. That's not necessarily for the tire. That's for the fuel savings network, and that's to support our team when we're out hunting and finding and admitting the discounts for fuel. That is not part of the tire. That is for the fuel card alone. That is no fee towards the tire program, the maintenance program, that app that they're asking you to install. That is not a fee towards that at all.
Okay. So my question would be is if I sign up for the fuel card that entitles me to the tire discounts, now do I have to put that on the card or can I pay cash for my tires?
You can pay whatever. Well, the app is asking you to add a payment method. The fuel card is not a payment method on that app. You pay for those tires through your debit card, your credit card, whatever form of payment you want. Also, to be clear, we have launched a new special to where you do not have to get a card to get those tire savings now. That app you can get whether you're a customer with the fuel card or not.
Oh, okay. Because Mike sent me the link to it. And when I clicked on the link, it was asking me for login information, but I don't have an account set up.
Set up this.
So I can set up an account for free for the tires.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep. And the new link on the Facebook page right now, the new link is actually sending you straight to entering your new information in there.
Okay. And I can opt out of the fuel card.
That is correct.
Awesome sauce. That's the only bone I had to pick.
No bone here. I would encourage you to get a fuel card, but hey, whatever works for your business.
Take the fuel card. What's the big deal?
What are your thoughts about?
I know. Well, I don't know, Chris. Have you used your fuel card up here in our area?
No, but I haven't been running either. I haven't been running.
Well, I fired up this week once the ban was lifted, but no, I was just curious about that because I have found, and I was telling the fuel card guy I was talking to with your guys' group, Jennifer, or Jessica, sorry about that. I usually fuel at independent fuel stops instead of the big chains because I find that there's more savings by doing that. And I pay cash for everything that I do. And it actually saves me more money than what most fuel cards can. And I had given the information to the person I was talking to about the places where I usually fuel, where I get the best deals. And he was supposed to look those locations up, get back to me. Never heard back from him. And I know you're going to ask me his name, I'm telling you right now, it's so buried in emails, I wouldn't be able to find it. But if he ever reaches out to follow up again, I'll definitely follow up with you.
James, I don't need his name. I can actually take the reins and I can help you out immediately. If you want to plug in your email address into the private chat in this group, I can look you up in our system. I can get you a list sent out. We have the largest acceptability for the independent network right now. We also have a deal with Ambest where we get cost plus discounts. We're seeing an average of 50 to 75 cents off at the independents right now that are part of that program. And we also have negotiated discounts with the independent network as well. So I feel pretty strongly that we could probably get you more savings than just even the cash price with this fuel card. But I definitely would love to look those locations up for you. We also have merchant relationships to where if the card's not accepted there now, we reach out directly and get acceptability because we know we can get gallons to the location.
James, can I jump in there real quick? Just 1 second, brother. Joseph, welcome to the show, sir. Hey, how are you? Jessica Blake says she has been using her card, and she says, can you check your email? Can you check your spam?
Yeah, so I did actually receive her email. I sent it to our sales director to answer the questions. I did get that email response today, so she should be receiving a reply this evening or tomorrow whenever I get a chance to get it forwarded over to her.
Cool. Joseph, Mr. Langone, welcome to the show, sir. First time here, I see. Thank you. You have the floor. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you. Coming through clearly.
You're coming through. You're good. You're good.
Yes. First time here. I'm not sure what the conversation is so far, but just hopping on in. It's what truckers mostly do. We get a new job, like you got to do it. Doesn't matter how, if, or when. It's as long as it gets done. So with that being said, I'm running for Congress. I'm running for Congress in District 17. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate y'all having me. With all that, go ahead.
Joseph, District 17, I know that's Texas. Where is that, like, exactly, District 17 in Texas?
All right, so District 17, we're going from Waco, and it's it's kind of like a rectangle. It's a weird-looking rectangle, and if we go to my website, it's a map on the first thing you see, but it goes from Waco to Nacogdoches, and then from Nacogdoches down to Lufkin and Diblo. Now, then you go from Diblo, you travel a little bit southwest, and then you're going to hit Trinity. And then you keep going from there. You go from Trinity to Huntsville, and then it wraps around Madisonville. Madisonville is no longer in the district, but then it goes to Round Rock and Pflugerville that are suburbs of Austin, and then it goes up to Waco, Texas, and then everything in between. So with that being said, that's where District 17 is.
Got you. Now, Joseph, you are new here. Everyone, this is going to shock a lot of people, but you are a truck driver. Are you in your truck right now? His mic is off. Chris.
Yeah.
I messed up.
No, it's cool. Your mic was off, sir. You want to, I guess, can you start over from the beginning with that?
Yes, I am a trucker. I am currently at a Love's. I drive a Peterbilt. Got a horn. You got all this lovely traffic going on out here.
Wow.
So I'm out here on the front lines. I'm currently in New York, Pennsylvania border.
Wow, it's freezing, man. Wear your sleeves.
What do you mean wear my sleeves? I'm from Texas. It's warm here. It's only 46 degrees.
It's raining outside, bro. It's freezing up. You're right next to me. It's freezing. Yo, listen, everybody. It's like 19 degrees outside, and it's raining to top it off. Like it's pissing cats and dogs. He's out here with no sleeves. All right, it's freezing. It's freezing.
Hey, Mike,
Listen,
you got to remember something else, though. Them Texas boys are a little bit different, and I know Jamie will back that up.
We built
Yeah.
a little bit different.
Hey, you know, yep.
Hang on, I
Go
gotta
ahead,
say,
Jeff.
Joseph, people are gonna start talking about us. We just spent the last hour or so together. Now we're together again. I mean, we gotta quit meeting like this.
Joseph,
I'm
did you
sitting here
tell him
looking
where
for the
you're
100% marker right now.
Joseph, did you tell him where you're running for a seat at in District 17, Texas?
Yes,
I,
that I
I,
did.
I was having
District
I was
17.
having some connection difficulties, y'all. I invited Joseph in. He's me and him's been talking a lot lately. We're in the same area, and I'm supporting him and trying to get him some attention down there where he's trying to get in. So
We lost Joseph, man.
he'll be back.
Damn it.
Hey, you like my avatar, Mike?
I like it. I like it a lot, sir. Jessica. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one gets around a lot, Jamie. Jessica, what else can you tell us about the fuel card that we have not covered? I know there's a lot of aspects about this card. I personally don't know everything about it, but I do. You know what? I did get my email this morning. If you want to go ahead and take the floor on that one, I am going to check my email for my fuel rates that I got this morning because I know. I hope I didn't.
I didn't get one.
Yeah, I didn't get
You're not on
one
the
today.
cool kids, so
I've been looking all day for an email to that application. I haven't gotten it yet.
What? Are you kidding?
Jessica sent that to you, and there goes Mr. Wilkinson with an N. I stand corrected. Tim Wilkinson, how are you?
Good. I seen Jessica was on here, so I figured I'd jump back on here. Hi, Jessica.
Hey.
And to correct you, Mike, it's not 19 degrees over there because if it was, it would be snowing, not raining.
Well, my weatherman, Sam
Don't believe
Champion,
him. He's a liar. Don't believe him.
Listen, it is raining outside and it is freezing, and I'm 53 years old, so 70 degrees is 50 degrees, and it's like 30 degrees right now, maybe, so it's definitely 20 degrees or something like that. So I'm freezing, bro. I have on long johns under this and everything. I am freezing.
You're at that age where they got you on blood thinners now, huh?
Well, actually, yes, I am. Tim, thank you for putting that
out. Smart ass 37-year-old.
You know what? I can't. I gotta find this Brooklyn, New York thing. Everybody's gonna think I'm a liar. I got a bunch of New Jersey here. I know I still have Brooklyn, New York in here, but the discounts are pretty good. Joseph is in New Jersey, I think he said, or Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Joseph, I got a question for you, and Jessica, I'm going to come right back to you. So think of something about the fuel card. I know you got a lot of information. Joseph, you are running for Congress in District 17. What is your email address? And is he lighting a bong? Everyone, I just look. Okay, no, that's a pipe. I was gonna say if he's lighting a bong,
It's tobacco. It's not weed. Trust me.
District 17. I'm selling my house and I'm moving to Texas, District 17. If that's what's going on. Yeah, Joseph, your email address and how people can find out more information about you and your campaign.
Yes. So the email I'm using for my campaign is josephlingoni17@yahoo.com. I'm trying to source it over to a more respectable email because Gifts and Go, they don't like Yahoo. They don't like Google. They want business emails. They want legitimate emails. And when I hear that, it reminds me of my mom and having a legitimate job Monday through Friday. And I told her, look, my job ends and begins when I get loaded and unloaded. So there is no such thing as a legitimate job or a legitimate email in my book. But if that's the way they want me to play, I got to figure it out. I'm probably going to link my email to it. But as of right now, the answer to your question is Joseph Langoni 17 at yahoo.com. If there's a chat here, I'll just post it.
If you could put up your website too, if you have a website, that would be cool too. And
Absolutely.
also, where can people make a donation to your campaign as well? What the?
So
Well, when
Jessica,
he comes
checked out
back,
that-
I know somebody that could hook his website up to where it's embedded, where they click his email, it'll send an email, they can divert it, whatever, and it'll work. I know an IT person is all I'm saying.
I'm getting ripped up because I'm cold, but I'll tell you what, it's freezing up here right now. My dogs ain't going outside. They're like, hell with that. I'm not going out. They're sleeping over here, knocked out.
Quit your bitching, man. I just drove down Highway 21 from Idaho City back down home, and I had probably 2-3 inches of snow on the road and ran that barefoot.
Snowing? Already?
Already.
Hey,
I've been in Kansas for 3 days, brother, and it's been about 25 at night. And I'm not out in my truck. I'm not running the EPU. I'm just getting under my little blanket, and I'm good.
That's crazy, man. By the way, Jamie, Jessica's in Kansas. You should just stop by the office and pick up the
she's over by Kansas City. I'm loading down in by Dodge City and heading back down to Victoria, Texas.
You said
So,
last time we were on live that you were going to come visit me in Lenexa. What happened?
Yeah, well, I got to get that back down to Texas, and I'll look for a load back up there.
Perfect.
Right. Tim, you didn't get your application from Jessica?
No, I did. I got it. She took care of it all, and I got the application in. And then they called me today. I missed a phone call. I need to give them a call back.
The person that called you, did they speak English, Tim? Did they speak English, Tim?
Yes, perfect English. Thank God.
That's okay.
I would have probably hung up if I couldn't understand them.
Didn't have a weird accent or nothing like that, bro?
No. Far from it.
Okay.
But I did check out the tire discount and preventive maintenance and stuff like that, and there is some really big discounts in there.
Tim,
I thought so
my
too.
announcement. You missed it. Tim missed the announcement. If you sign up for their app between now and the end of this year, you get $25 off your first purchase.
Oh, nice.
Savings. Yeah.
Let me put that on the screen here. I'll do that in 1 second. Let me see. We got some stuff. Cool. Thank you. That was from Blake's. Blake's is a fuel card user. Mike, it's not 19 degrees. LOL. If it was, it wouldn't be raining. Listen. So what? It's still cold. I'm freezing, man. That's all I know. It's cold outside, and I feel like I'm getting sick. We are different. All right, now I'm getting jumped by everybody from Texas. We are different in Texas. LOL. It's 62 degrees right now. 62 degrees, man. That's all right. That's I can do 62. That's
well,
cool.
when you're from Texas, Mike, and it gets cold, it gets so hot down in Texas that when it gets cold, you savor it. You want to be cold.
No, I hear you, because that heat in the summer is off the hook. But yeah, man, the snow is I saw a few flurries the other day, and I was panicking. I was telling my wife, we got to go try to, steal the neighbor's snowblower.
Well, did y'all see the video that Papa Blake's old man posted on YouTube? He was going down through Oregon, and he was in the soup, y'all.
I did not see that. I'm going to check it out. What was going on in Oregon? It was coming down.
Yeah, it was bad. He was in the soup.
Yeah, I was trying to get a load down there, and they were paying so cheap.
You know what? Joseph, did you put your information in? Oh, okay. I see it right here. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to put it up.
Thank you very much. I'm still new to all this technology stuff, so
no,
giving y'all a heads up.
Look, we're in this together, bro. I'm winging it. to be honest with you. Jessica wanted me to put something in the group, and I was like, I got to ask Jennifer to do that because I don't know how to do that. You might want to have to come back on Jennifer's show because that's above my pay grade right there. I can repost a picture. That's all I can do. So let me put Joseph's information there. That is the website. Driving America Forward. That is the website. Okay, so forget about the opens in a new tab part. I think you don't need that part of it, but that is the link to the site. If you want to make a donation to Joseph Langone's campaign, he is running for Congress in the 17th District of Texas. And he is a trucker for everyone out there watching this, all two of you. He is a trucker, and we support truckers, and we support him for Congress. Let's get him in there. We need allies in Washington, and we would really appreciate it if you supported him for Congress. If you are in Texas, get out and vote for Joseph Langone, and pass this information around in other platforms, in other groups, on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on what is that other one? TikTok. Get it out there, man. We need to get guys like this elected so we can do more for truckers in Washington. There goes Jennifer. This is the email address. So if you have any questions for Joseph later on, you could send him an email. So you could write that down. I'll leave that up there for a little while. Christopher.
What's up?
What's new, brother? You so quiet. You put your truck back on the road?
Hell no.
What?
Not
Well,
with
why
these
not?
rates. Not with
You don't
these
even
rates.
have DAT anymore. How do you know what the rates are?
Because I've got access to Tim's DAT.
Oh, Tim's giving up DAT accounts. Tim, I need that password, bro. I need that login. I canceled my DAT account, so I need that login.
I have one too. But it's
I
not
know.
yet.
I've been telling Chris, like, put your truck back on the road too. Go out there and work. Right now, the rates are really good in your area, and then all of a sudden this week they fell off the cliff.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm getting $354 a mile. I mean, I don't see that the rates are that bad. And
Well,
the fuel has went down. And the fuel has went down.
Yeah, but Idaho was up there, $5-6 a mile.
And I don't know why, and I still don't understand why it's not, because Twin Falls area has the highest rejection rate right now across the country. They're at 52% rejection on the loads.
Got it. Just Jennifer.
Yo, what's up, dog? I'm not Jennifer tonight. I'm Dumpling.
Okay, Dumpling.
Dumpling.
Sorry. Did you want to say something?
I think when you get one more person
in
in here, we'll have a full house, y'all. Let me see if I can work on that.
No, I'm talking about Idaho, and I was talking about Ida Pimp, and that kind of thing.
Wow. I was going to
Tim.
Yes.
Tim, where are you, bro?
I'm in Las Vegas.
No, you're in Vegas. That's real heat. Nice.
Yeah, I think I caught a tan today.
Wow, man, that's cool.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Right now it's getting a little chilly though. During the night times it gets pretty cold. I mean, it's a desert, so during daytime it's hot. During the nighttime it's really cold. So, but it's not bad. Right. Yeah, it's getting there though. Getting a little cold.
Right.
I'm probably gonna be deadheading out here. I'll probably just go home. I live about 450 miles away from Vegas, so I'm thinking about just deadheading home. I couldn't get anything out today. I was trying to get something up there to Oregon, but I'm not hauling some shit for $1.80 a mile. They can keep that. and it's still not covered. You know, when I looked at the load board a little bit ago, it still didn't get covered. So,
Tim,
uh,
Tim, haul some
the,
Christmas trees. Isn't it
what's
Christmas tree
that?
season? Haul some Christmas trees.
Yeah, that's what they have up there in Oregon right now. It's Christmas trees. They had a lot of freight. That they've been trying to move up there, but I don't know why they haven't been able to. But now we're going into Christmas tree
Because the
season
rates
right
are
now.
too cheap.
Yeah, getting up there. Yeah,
100%. I want to know what fucking load board Jamie's using because these $4 or $5 a mile, or maybe it's the equipment he's looking at. I ain't seeing that.
I was
No,
getting
he's doing short
Kansas.
runs.
Out of Kansas, I was
No,
getting
no, I'm not doing short runs. I run $7,400 this week on 2 loads from Terrell, Texas to Kansas. Now one of them was a multi-stop, but it was a great load, 15 minutes per stop, and then turn around and go back to Terrell, Texas, where I come from, and then down to Victoria, be empty Tuesday morning for $7,400. Uh, I I haven't run but about 2,000, maybe 2,100 miles. Now I've had a lot of sitting time because I got empty yesterday at 11. I didn't load until today. I was deadheaded 175 miles over. Bro, the trick is that the loads are there. Be patient. Be ready to sit and wait. But you can get $3.50 a mile. You can average $3 a mile all miles if you take your time, you don't get impatient, and you do it right. I mean, it's still out here. I got let's see, going down there, I got 3380 going to Victoria, and all in it's 900 miles. I get to go home and spend a night at home. Coming up here from Terrell, Texas, up here, it was 1,100 miles. I got $4,000. So 7380 is what I've made this week, and I've been from Texas to Kansas and back to Texas.
You run a reefer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what the difference is. All right.
James, you run a reefer, bro, don't you? Yeah.
No.
You run a reefer. Oh, you don't?
No,
Chris got
I want to run a dry van. Chris got a reefer.
Take Chris's reefer. He ain't on. Get in here. Chris, let me use your reefer. Let me borrow it. I'll bring it back in one piece. I promise. I'll bring it back in one piece.
Oh, you want to make the payments on it? I don't care.
I ain't making no payments on it. I'll buy you one of the beers. I'll buy you a 6-pack of one of those beers you like.
It's only $1,000. It's only $1,015 a month.
I would
Come on.
Leasing the
That
trailer.
actually ain't bad for a reefer. You know, that ain't bad for your reefer. Jessica, your husband is a trucker. What equipment does he have? Is he dry van? Is he reefer, flatbed? What does he do?
He's container, hazmat container,
Oh,
running down the road here in Kansas City.
he makes the big money. That's what it is. You know, we got to get into that, Chris. We got to do hazmat, bro. Don't you have hazmat? I know, James, you have hazmat, right?
I mean, I have the endorsement. I just haven't renewed it recently because I don't fucking run it just because it's more of a fucking pain in the dick than reality.
You gotta make sure you scrape those placards, and you got to make sure you're getting paid to get out there in the cold to scrape those placards off there.
Yeah, I've talked to insurance about the hazmat side of it, and it really jacks up the rate.
Right. Timothy Wilkinson, do you have hazmat? You have use for that out in sunny California?
No, I don't have hazmat. I was thinking about getting it, but it's just a hassle. Some of the stuff I do and say, goes on a fine line. So I've had FBI show up at my house. I have cops always show up at my house.
They always bust up the fucking party, man. You know what I mean? It's always some shit.
Walking around with your middle finger up at government agencies will do that to you, Tim. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. So, having the hazmat, I feel like, you got to go through a background, get fingerprinted. I mean, they already have all that stuff already, but I just figured that it would cause me some issues possibly. And
you know what? You're probably right. A little bit more. Joseph, you look like you want to chime in there, sir, on the hazmat topic. Go ahead. You got the floor, man.
I mean, I didn't want to bust in on everyone's chops, but
It's a party, man.
How would y'all like to do 200 miles that pays out $7,000? I mean,
I'll take that every day of the
I'm
week.
there.
yeah, nah. Right now, I'm waiting on an interview with the FBI. We got the Q clearance and other clearances in the works. DOD is booming. Congress just approved a few $100 million to the bases. DOD is paying really well. You got companies like Baggett, BAGGT or BAGGET or some shit like that. They shit canned me for some bullshit reasons just to get rid of my ass. ATS, ATT, and Schneider and Swift, they all have pocket administrations that work with DOD, and this stuff pays anywhere from $5 to $20 a mile. It is absolute ridiculous money. We're talking you're getting paid $5,000 to $10,000 for about 200 miles. It is dumb. It is ridiculous. And there are drivers. You have to be cleared. You got to be on bases. You're moving ammunition, and it is a hazmat load. And once it's delivered, it's instantly declassified, from what I'm told.
Well, just so you know,
That's actually not bad. Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I can confirm that because obviously I come from a military background, so I understand what Joseph just said, and that's 100% true. And as a matter of fact, while he was talking, we brought this up. It brought up another question that I had that I think I posted in the group, but I have like two fronts that I'm trying to battle right now. Is to get my SAM clearance as a disabled veteran-owned business and get that paperwork processed. But also I have the potential for contract work moving cross-border up to Canada, and it's a round trip. But I know that Canada requires some kind of weird insurance bond or something, and I haven't received any feedback. So if anybody's listening and knows something or can hook it up, post it up, and I'll follow up with them, because I honestly don't know what I need to do in order not only to get on the authorized through SAM, and I've got the paperwork for SAM. I meet all the requirements. I just don't know what that process looks like for the government loads, and then also cross-border service.
James, the SAM's website is not that difficult to navigate, brother. I could probably help you with that. The Canada thing, I can't really mess with, but the SAM's website is pretty straightforward, man.
Yeah, no, I printed off all the requirements. I meet all the requirements. It's just I've never been. I need somebody to kind of walk me through the application process so I don't fuck something up somewhere. Because you fuck it up once, you're done.
Yeah, it's a hassle to correct stuff and shit
if
like
the
that.
government, if the government can pay that for loads, why can't we get that off of shippers and brokers?
Well, because I mean, our government's corrupt, but not when it comes to transportation. Our transportation on the private side is fucked up. That's the problem.
I say we demand no less than $5 a mile.
I agree.
Double it, $10 a mile. If they want to be this endeavored into the military-industrial complex, let's make sure they pay for it. If it's going to go into our economy, let's make sure they pay top dollar.
100%.
I agree. Mr. Prodigal has joined the show. We haven't seen him in a while. How are you, sir? How are you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I'm okay. My wife had 3 weeks ago Sunday several serious AFib attacks, events, whatever you want to call them. I mean, it was just back to back, upwards of 300 before they got her to the hospital in less than 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm stressed out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then, brother. And then my 2 grown children have told me, "Fuck you. I never want to see you again. I hope you die in that semi. Go kill yourself."
Wow.
Jesus.
Merry Christmas.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, I can tell you that I have been told to go fuck myself by my grown children. So I
That's
understand
every
how
other day occurrence, ain't it?
and
It's mine.
I mean, hey, we've all been there. I mean, what can you do? Kids, I'm sorry to hear about your wife, but I hope she gets well soon, brother. Where are you now? Where are you now?
KCMO,
Kansas City,
Kansas
Missouri.
City, Missouri.
Got you. You're near Jessica, Prodigal. Jessica is the administrator and the creator of the NOAA fuel card. She
Cool.
is here this evening, and she's been here the last 2 episodes, and she'll be here often. If anybody is interested in an excellent fuel card, or if you have any questions, feel free. She's here.
She's a real
The
trooper.
fuel card comes with many things: tire, 52% off tires, discounts up to 52%, 24/7 roadside assistance. Joseph, yeah, that's Jessica right there up top. She handles the fuel card. If anybody has any questions here or either watching, just post them up. I'll put them on the screen for Jessica. She's here to answer questions and give information on this fuel card. It's a good card. I mean, I'll let her have the floor on that, but it is a good card.
Yeah,
So
Mike, if you want to put my email address back in the chat for everybody, if they need it, that's watching right now, feel free to share my email address. I love getting commentary. I love getting suggestions. I love getting any kind of information regarding the fuel card, questions about it, problems with it. We don't know if we don't know. So post, if you want to post my email out there, or I can post it out there. I have a way to put it out there. Contact me anytime you have questions outside of this live broadcast as well. If you haven't heard already, the tire discount program with its savings that they already are offering a one-time $25 off for anybody who signs up for their application between now and the end of the year. You can use that $25 all the way up and through March. That's $25 on top of the average of 52% on the tire savings. I chatted about it a little bit last time I was on live, but my husband, as an owner operator, has our fuel card, utilizes these tire savings. He called BS on it whenever I first, told him about it. And so we challenged it. We went to the app, we applied, we picked his favorite tire, Yokohama's that he gets for his truck. Typically he pays between $5,000 and $6,000. He's paid up to $8,000. $5,000 to $8,000 is what he pays for a full set. And whenever we got our quote for the exact same tire through a location here based out of Kansas City, we were only going to spend $2,500 for the same set. So half price off. Can't beat that. So very good group to work with the tire savings. Bunch of cool guys over at the company that offers this. They're getting creative. They're starting to look into more opportunities for people. We're constantly adding partnerships to get savings for all of our owner operators and small businesses out there.
Man, that's cheaper than you can buy a set of Chinese tires.
That's right.
No
The Asian ones are they're like free. I checked all the prices on the Asian tires. They're like almost free. I used to put the Chinese tires on my box trucks. I didn't put them on my tractor. I put them on my box trucks. Their prices are they don't even make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw prices like $160.
Yeah, my husband can't afford to. Yeah, my husband can't afford to do the retreads or the cheap tires. Those containers get heavy, and so he runs through them.
I've been looking for a set of drive tires because I know I need them soon, and the cheapest I can come out is $3,600.
What?
Yeah.
No, you got to go on the app, bro.
Well, I know, but I thought I had to get the fucking fuel card first. That was my biggest thing. Was I didn't want to run stuff on credit.
I put the wrong link in the space yesterday.
I convinced Mike.
It was Mike's fault. The
right link is in the group now. She posted the correct one. I put the wrong one in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You just click there and go.
Yep.
But they got decent tires there. Joseph, did you have a question?
No, I just heard $3,600 for a set of drive tires, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh well, no, I'm sorry, I thought I heard steer tires. I withdraw my accusation of shock. So if
Yeah.
if it's 8 tires, I get it, but I was thinking of the 2 drive tires. I'm like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? Pardon my French, I apologize, but no, I was mistaken in my own lingo.
Tires will break you in half, bro. Especially if you're like Jamie and you blow them shits out like every week.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I don't know. I've been through 2 tires, brother. 2 tires. What are you
2 tires.
talking
We heard
about?
about this last time.
Hey, Chris blew out a tire. He called me up panicking.
I keep,
Call it
I keep,
panicking.
but
What
I,
the
but I keep a spare on my truck, brother.
I was like, use a fucking fuel card, but I left it home. So
That was
what?
that was two
We both
driver's
believe you
side
need to
steers
drive.
too.
I didn't think you need. If you blow, hey, listen. If you blow a tire or you need a tire on the road, you have to have the fuel card, physical fuel card with you, in order to get a new tire. So
Now,
just to
that's not
know.
necessarily, that's not, let me correct that. The fuel card can be used to get tires through some of our partners. We partner with TA Petro with their roadside assistance and their service centers. That's where you can utilize our fuel card to purchase tires, to get service repairs done, to get discounts. Because we also are able to offer all of our card holders discounts at all TA service centers. And in order to utilize the roadside assistance and the tires through the app that we've shared, you can use your credit card, you can use a debit card.
Okay, you see, that's why Jessica's got to be here because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Sorry, but yeah,
We have multiple different options. So if you are at a TA Petro service center and you prefer to go to their service centers, we do get a discount. It's called a Chrome Club for all of our card holders. But through the application that we've shared here, through the tire program and the roadside assistance through that application, you can use your debit card or credit card.
Look, I feel
Jessica, quick question. Sorry, Jamie. What is the turnaround time from the moment I submit the application till I have the card in my hand? What is the turnaround time?
If all goes well and if you get approved as soon as you submit your app, if there's no required documents, if there's nothing we need to verify your business or how your business is doing, based on if you just run through our standard check of having all the requirements to get fully secured, it typically takes an average of 2 business days to get your application approved, ran through underwriting. Cards would be sent out to you. If you request overnight, we can get them overnighted, but typically from start to finish, cards in hand, I would say 4 business days.
4 days.
Yep, business days.
That's pretty good. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, that's pretty quick. And I have access to all of the services once I have the card. Everything.
I'm going to buy
I
a
don't
truck
need
just
to
to
do
drive
anything
around.
else.
I feel left out. I'm going to go buy a tractor just to drive around in.
What'd you say, Jennifer?
I said I'm
Don't
feeling left out. I'm going to go get me a Peterbilt just to drive around and be, try to get the tire discount, fuel discount. I want all the discounts. I like to shop.
No, Dumplin', you're going to come with me to Women in Trucking and you're going to experience the Women in Trucking environment because you are a woman in trucking. And it's just as exciting. Yep.
You know what, Jessica, she definitely is. Go ahead,
I
Jamie.
was just telling Jennifer she likes to shop so much and she wants to buy some tires. She can buy me some.
So Blake agrees with you, Jessica. She is a card holder. She says, yep, the process is easy once you go through it. I felt it was incredibly simple. It took me a couple of minutes and I totally forgot about it. And the next thing you know, I was getting a phone call from a rep who asked me if I needed any help setting up my cards. And I was like, what cards? I even forgot that I signed up for the fuel card. And they were already sitting here and it was pretty easy. No issues. Yeah, I suggest if you are, if you're in the need of a really good fuel card, like a real fuel card, check out this NOAA branded fuel card. Prodigal, do you use fuel cards often? Do you have a favorite card?
I got 2 fuel cards. Remember, I'm a company driver. I do what I'm told.
Right. So they give you your fuel cards, right?
Right. But,
Get a
you
fuel
know,
card in their hand. What company you work for? I'll contact them and get the no fuel card in their hand too.
J.K. Williams or Glazier Williams. You know who I'm
Okay,
talking.
got
Jim Williams. You know who he is. Jim's a hard cookie to deal with, Jessica.
My husband's a hard cookie to deal with.
Jessica's tough.
No, mine too. I think that's true of a lot of truck drivers, truck owners. You know, I mean, I think it's a thing.
Yeah. As long as you're honest with them, you're transparent with them, and you have a valid conversation. Any conversation can you can be productive. James, I see James is back. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jessica, you might want to set up a meeting in his office in your Eudora.
Okay, cool. He's close then. Perfect. Put that in here.
It's on
Okay.
John Williams Drive.
Okay, I've noted it. I'm gonna be making an out call tomorrow.
Mr. Anderson, Jamie Anderson.
Yes, sir.
The last time I spoke, that's right, you're in Kansas. You said you have a load now, or you got to pick up a load?
No, I dropped my trailer here for loading. I won't get loaded until tomorrow, probably around midnight. I'm just chilling. I gotta. That's what I tell you. I'm gonna be bored tomorrow. I'm gonna clean my truck up real good, top to bottom, and then
Go look at real
I might
estate.
I might kick off a space and sit around all day and bullshit in spaces. I don't know. I'm gonna be bored. That's the reason why this load paid pretty good.
Jamie, I
It's
thought you
top
were house
trailer.
shopping tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow Saturday. I did call a realtor the other day. I did. Yeah, yes, I did. Day before yesterday.
Hey, Mike, me and Jamie had a pretty good conversation about why he's moving to Kansas.
I didn't even know Jamie was moving to Kansas. Jamie, you're moving to Kansas?
I'm thinking about it. I like it up here.
You like Kansas?
Well, I've been out in the country. I've been out in the country solid for the last 3 days. Haven't been through no big cities, none, not a single one. And it just reminds me how it used to be where I live. Now there's a lot of trash down there, a lot of riprap. Dallas is coming that way. It's getting big. Price of everything is going sky high. People living on top of each other. I think it's time for me to make a move and get out in the country again.
Well, Jamie, you are a hunter. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jessica, you got a lot of things to hunt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We got
I've been
pheasant, quail, deer.
I've been seeing deer all over the last 3 days. That deer season opened down here 3 days ago.
My husband saw
So
an
it
8
makes
point
sense.
this morning.
I actually got my first 8 point with my bow a couple weeks ago. You can go bow hunt
Wow.
in Kansas outside of the standard hunting season.
Share the pictures.
Wow.
Share the pictures.
Is Kansas like Kentucky? Once bow season starts, it don't end until like the 15th of January. There's no break,
Yeah.
no nothing.
That's how
Even during fall turkey, you can bow
Yep.
hunt deer, bow hunt.
Yep.
Well, turkey's the same way. I think turkey
Yep.
starts the same day as bow does with deer, like the first
Yep.
Saturday in September.
Same thing. Yep.
And I don't know if y'all have
Yeah.
seasons where you can run deer dogs and stuff. We have in Mississippi. You got weeks that
Oh,
you can
y'all
run dogs,
suck.
weeks you can't.
You're right. So, we don't hunt here, and I'm sure Tim doesn't do much hunting in Los Angeles or California, whatever. California is. Probably
No,
not
I
the same
don't.
kind of hunting you guys do.
I go bow.
I don't know. James Anderson, do you and Chris do a lot of hunting in where you guys are?
Elk.
Yeah, no. So, I don't know what Chris's situation is being down in the lower valley. He probably goes up to Haley or somewhere up there. But my dad owns 600 acres of private property up on a high elevation in Horseshoe Bend, Idaho.
Yo,
I'm
coming to see
you.
Hunting club. I'm coming.
Will you
Yeah.
be my best friend?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, you want to pay for an out-of-state tag, knock yourself out, man. But
I'ma
he's
do
got a
that.
couple of dry cabins up there. We all go up there and we hunt that. Granted, this year I wasn't able to make it up there just because of everything that was going on. But yeah, that's where we go to hunt. We got bears, cougars. I mean, you fucking name it. It's there. You can kill it.
Yeah, elk in Idaho. Is the elk go that far over?
You got you shot.
Yeah.
Hey, can I make an Idaho joke?
I'd love to hear it.
Do you know how to tell the prostitute potato chip?
I do not.
The one that says ID ho.
That's
It's
a good one.
kind of corny, but
Yeah, but you got me. I really was like, yeah, I don't. That was a good one.
Yeah, no, there was one joke that was running around. So for a short time, I lived down in Yuma, Arizona, and I was new to to high school, and everybody was like, "Well, where are you from?" And I said, "Idaho," and they're like, "Idaho, I'd a pimp."
well, that's like that joke. What's that country? You're a something. What is that? You're a. Y'all remember the name of that country?
Hey, we may be kinfolk. You from Idaho? I'm
Chris.
from a bunch of them Navajos. Hell, down in my area, we're Slappahos.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a second, bro. You gotta take the floor for me, man.
He's gonna take the dogs out.
So, Mr.
Hey, James.
Anderson, how much is that out of state tag?
I think for elk it runs like $250, $300.
That ain't bad. I thought it was 600.
No, Idaho is pretty conservative on the pricing.
My damn beard's starting to look like Wolfman Jack, y'all. I'm getting old.
Keep on growing, brother.
Look at that
I
shit.
just trimmed mine. Gray as Santa. White.
Mine's starting to go white. See here and here and here.
How old are you,
but
Jamie?
It's still black hair. I'm finna be 51.
Oh, that's right. We're the same age. I just turned 51 in September.
Out-of-state non-resident elk tag in Idaho is $651.
Shit, that's still,
Yeah, I thought it was 600.
Yep. Bear
That's
is
still a
$231. Yeah.
over in New Mexico. It's like $2,500, $3,000 if you can get one.
Ain't that a
Yeah, I
draw
think
state like
Nevada-
Colorado?
Yep, it's a lottery.
Nevada, I think it's like that. It's somewhere like $600 or $1,000. But have you ever seen an elk in Nevada? Have you even seen a deer in Nevada?
Seen plenty of pronghorn antelope out there.
In Nevada?
Yeah.
I've never
What
seen
about-
any apple up here.
What about boar hunting down in Texas? Do you do any boar hunting down there, Jamie?
Oh yeah. We was talking about it yesterday. We noodle from catfish, catch catfish 60 to 100 pounds down there in a hole. Stick your hand up in the hole, catch some catfish. You know what I mean?
Nope,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
hunt
noodle.
hogs.
No noodling here. No noodling.
We got alligators, we got black bear, we got turkey, we got white-tailed deer, big bucks.
I don't noodle. I fly fish. I fly fish for
A
trout.
friend of ours got a 27 pointer the other day.
Joseph, are you there? I don't know. You keep popping out, and I want to make sure I got you.
I got a
James,
question
did you
since
say that
there's
you're
some
looking for
truckers
fuel
in here.
locations? Oh, sorry.
I apologize. I think mine's delayed.
Damn, I got two faces on here. This is awesome.
You're killing me.
Yeah, no, I'm having some connection issues.
No, I got him. So I guess you could use either one that works. Tim, what were you saying, bro?
Yeah, since we got some truckers on here, I was about to purchase that torque multiplier because I like to have tools in my truck just in case I break down, like especially if it's something I can fix. And normally I can only change an outside tire on my rig, and so I was thinking about getting this torque multiplier. Has anybody had any experience?
They do work, brother. They
do?
will
Okay.
Carry your regular half-inch drive impact and use that to bust them loose. It will bust them loose and it will tighten them up to 400 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to make sure before I make this purchase.
Yes, sir. They do work.
I hate not being able to, because I mean, roadside, when you call roadside, everybody knows, it can take, 12 hours before somebody gets to you. And, when you're on a time schedule, a time crunch, you need to be able to do this stuff yourself.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if it's an inside tire, generally, unless it just blows completely, I'm going to put my hazards on, go about 35 miles an hour and find me somewhere where I can go.
Yeah.
Outside tire, you got to be careful because you throw it off the rim of another vehicle, but an inside tire, generally, you can limp it somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you know how it is. I mean, sometimes you blow a tire and it blows the one next to it and the one behind it, or I mean, there's.
Yeah, that's the reason why you slow down so you don't catch it on fire or it don't blow the one beside it. You slow down about 35, 40, throw your hazards on.
Yeah, I've been there before, and outside when I have the bars in here, so if it's an outside one, I normally just pull it off, and I have a jack, 20-ton jack and everything, so I can put it back on also, but it's just a little easier just to drive down the road.
Bro, they got the cordless. It's called an earthquake, or Milwaukee's got a cordless impact. A 3/4 inch drive cordless impact. Now they're about $1,400, but they will take your semi tires off and put them back on.
I heard about that one. I heard it's a beast.
Yeah, they are, but they're expensive. But they will do the job.
So I got a question for Chris and James. Yeah, I know you got your hand up. I'm coming to you, James. So you guys got a big mountain lion problem up there in Idaho, bro? Blake says a mountain lion ate her dog, man. What's the deal?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a problem. I mean, not a huge problem, but I mean, they are out there. They will eat your shit. They will eat your dogs. It's not too bad. I mean, granted, to be fair, so up on that property, we got all kinds of trail cams. And the first year we started hunting that property, you can see me and my wife walk by. And then about 30 minutes later, we had a mountain lion walk right behind the same thing. It was tracking us instead of us tracking it. So that was kind of eerie. But going back to what Joseph, I think, was talking about, or maybe it was Tim, about the tires blowing and stuff. Yeah. If you keep a chain, I don't know, you really only need like 4 or 5 feet of it. But if you, for your inside duals, if you keep that, you can chain that axle to your frame with the airbags down and then air it up, and it'll lift that fucking particular axle on that side up so that you can get to the inside dual if need be.
Yeah, I used to keep a 15-foot chain on me, and then it kept on getting stolen because, putting it in my box, it was really hard. So I would strap it to the frame itself, and you get a lot of people that just come by and steal it. So I quit carrying the chain on me. But having a 5-foot chain probably be a lot easier, safer, just to have it because there's a lot of issues where we need it. It's nice to have something like that. So I never thought about having a 5-foot chain. That's good advice right there.
Yeah, because you usually, like, I keep a 6-foot chain in the truck, and that's just enough so that I can get, with the airbags deflated, I can get around the frame rail and on that axle, and then air the airbags back up, and then I can drill that tire off and get all the way to the inside dual.
Right. Oh God. Sorry, my dogs are restless.
So that mountain lion, Blake, maybe you can throw out the message. Was it a small dog, like one of those little rat dogs, or was it like a full-on pit bull type dog?
I don't know.
Oh,
She just said
they'll straight take down a lab, no problems.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This big one right here, he might give a mountain lion a run for his money. I've seen him kill some pretty big things. He's kind of dangerous. 150 pounds. He's a little bastard, but actually he's a big bastard. But the female, I don't know. I think she's worse than him on the anger level, but he's very aggressive. He goes straight for the kill.
Well, the thing with the mountain lions, it's not their mouth that's so dangerous; it's their swat. They got some pretty serious claws on them, and
I know.
I
See
mean,
that. Now, is a mountain lion a puma? Is that the same thing? The puma?
yeah, I mean, mountain lion, cougar, puma, jaguar. I mean, it's essentially
Yeah, they
all
get
the same
big
breed
though,
of
right?
cats. Yeah, it's pretty much all the same, and they will
Oh,
fuck
man.
somebody up if they swat them.
She said she was a basset, so yeah, they're kind of small, man.
Chris,
So
that
that mountain
snow's
thought it was just
beautiful.
a little
Look at that
snack.
snow.
Yeah, she's got a big German Shepherd, so the big dog was fine. She said.
I got something I need to share with you. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
Chris,
What's
I gotta
up?
take these dogs outside, bro. I'll be back.
Yeah, that dog sounds like it might have been a little a snack for that mountain lion if it didn't mess with the German Shepherd.
Hey guys, I gotta jump. Mom taxi's about to run. I'll be on mobile in my phone, but just letting you know.
Bye, Jen.
All right, Jennifer.
All right, Jennifer, take care, or see you in a few.
I try to get on my phone, but sometimes my connection ain't so good when I'm driving like that. But we'll see. All right.
You're in that spot where the connection's never good. It seems like.
Yeah, she's kind of out in the country.
Don't be knocking my bitch barn, all right? I can't help bitch barn don't get the best signal. It's a metal building out in the middle of the country, 20 miles from Memphis. Cut me some slack, but I gotta go to the big city, so I might be on.
Sounds good.
Hey, was it James that was asking about acceptability of our card and our network of truck stops? Were you asking about New Jersey?
I wasn't asking about New Jersey, but yes, I was asking that, and I posted my email in the private chat.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I don't know if it happened or not.
Yeah, I got it. I got it in the private chat, but I did run a report of all of our locations, and we have 109 locations in the New Jersey area alone. So
No, not New Jersey, Idaho.
okay, I can pull that one real quick.
Well, Idaho, Oregon, Washington. That's where I fuel quite a bit.
Idaho, Washington.
Not necessarily worried about Nevada or Arizona because they're usually quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah, Idaho is a little bit scarce on those independents. So yeah, we'll talk because I'd sure like to get some information of where you fuel at, where you like to fuel, and that is always an opening conversation for those truck stops out there to encourage them to accept our card. So and we have 95. Yeah, we have 95% success rate when we have voice of customer requesting a location to get them accepting of our card.
What about like
I will. I'll post my phone number in there for you.
What about like Valero and Quick Trip? Have y'all got them set up?
Quick Trip with a Q or Quick Trip with a K?
Quick Trip with a Q.
We have them both. Yep. And at Quick Trip with a Q, we offer 3 cents off their cash price.
Man, that's good because
Yep.
they always got you can't beat their price.
Yeah, and we get 3 cents off of that.
Hey Jennifer, I just posted my phone number up there in that chat.
Jessica, but I like Jennifer too.
Oh, sure, whatever.
Hey, just want to let everybody know that. Sorry, want to let everybody know that we will be taking a survey on if everyone can participate. We have a new insurance program that's going to be coming out in a few months, and we're doing a survey on the policies that we're going to be providing. This is a special program that is being developed specially for the association and only available to paid members. It's a very, very deep discount. You will not have to look for another insurance policy after 12 months. This is, I guess you can call it a lifetime insurance policy. And we are going to be doing a survey of our member pool. So if everyone could attend could participate in this survey, we'd appreciate it. We're going to be reaching out to people, asking them to provide loss runs and, information on who your current insurance provider is. And if you'd like to be part of this insurance pool, it will be available in about 3 to 4 months. And it's going to be a lot cheaper and than what you're currently paying. So just want to let everyone know that. So Jamie, that is what I have been working on as per your request. And that's why I have been very busy working on that. So I did finally get that done, and we are going to be getting all of that started on Monday morning. So yes, we did take care of that. So the National Owner Operators Association will have its own insurance program in the next. I would assume the first quarter of 2024, it will be available. Just want to get that out.
Hey, Michael, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
For the audience, I know that we assume insurance is a certain type of insurance, but you're indicating that this is going to be insurance for cargo and insurance for your truck, not health insurance, dental insurance, or vision insurance, correct?
No, not that. We tried that. It's still there, but no. This is cargo, liability, and other insurance concerning trucking, not any health
Passengers,
insurance.
so on and so forth. Yep.
Right.
We're partnering just putting it out there, we are partnering with a group that does do health insurance, vision, and dental. And I have compared rates because as a company employee, I'm able to provide my husband with those type of benefits. It gets expensive to carry that myself for an entire family. So we've been exploring health, vision, dental, and 401k for my husband on an independent level. The companies contracted onto offered a price which was way too much. And so I, of course, as I say, I always do voice of customer. I always challenge it to see if it's successful for us personally before I present it as an opportunity for our customers. And so far, they do have extremely competitive rates that may actually be better than what I can get for him as a company. So more to come on that if it's actually legitimate and they pass all the tests.
Absolutely. We'd definitely be interested in that. I'm sure I still get a lot of requests for the health and insurance and stuff like that. I just didn't like, it wasn't the insurance, it was the company. I'm not going to say I didn't like them. It just, it was a little overwhelming for me and what we were doing at the time. They wanted me to be too involved with the sign-up process, and I just didn't have time. So yes, we would be interested in something.
Yep, perfect.
I'm actually in the market for health insurance right now.
It's open enrollment right now, so it's definitely the prime time for it. And if this goes through, we'll be launching it between now and the end of the year, so that you guys do have time to enroll in it before the end of the open enrollment time.
Cool. We lost a couple of people, so hopefully they'll be back.
Prodigal was having connectivity issues.
Right. I've been forgetting to make that announcement about the insurance, but I actually finalized everything today. So we will be moving forward with that starting on Monday, and we should have everything up and running by the first quarter of 2024. So that is actually a lot of news. So that is actually a great a great deal right there. Jessica, is there anything else you wanted to add on the fuel card front?
No, just a reminder that that our fuel card is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best cards out there in the industry. It allows the very wide range of acceptability. As you've kind of heard through this conversation, if we don't have it, we definitely want to work with you to try to get acceptability. To Jamie's point, yes, we have Quick Trip with the Q. We have a ton of regional, super regional, independent locations that are already offering a low cash price and are willing to offer a competitive additional discount price on there for our members that are exclusive to our members. So competitors out there, other fuel cards out there, most of the time will offer those big discounts for those mega truck stops, and you have to have a large volume. We're unlike that. We offer deep discounts for those independent mom and pop truck stops out there, as well as the big three, and as well as all of the other discount offerings that you've heard on this show. So take advantage of the $25 off of the tire maintenance program by just applying for their app. Utilize that between now and the end of March. Sign up for your fuel card. We have multiple different types of credit line opportunities. It's not just fully secured. We have a gamut of different opportunities. We also offer credit lines for drivers out there that are new to running under their own authority. Most of the time, you have to have an authority for 2 years to get benefits as a carrier. We allow and we offer credit lines as new as 60 days running under your authority. So the fuel card is definitely a good opportunity out there for newbies out there running under their own authority, as well as those discounts and some customers that are out there wanting to build their credit by obtaining a certain credit line by utilizing a cash deposit to start. And then after a few months of good pay history with us, you can go into a partially secured, fully secured credit line.
What I didn't like, I think the oldest card I have I have a bunch of them, but I think the oldest one I have is Pilot. What I didn't like was just the arrogance. You know what I mean? Like, I would call them up all the time and try to get better discounts from them. And they were just so arrogant. You know what I mean? And, I'm glad I don't use the Pilot card. I sent you the letter of what they did to me that's the type of company Pilot is. And, I would never use them again just on principle. You know what I mean? They're just a low life company, Pilot, as far as the fuel card is concerned. And I think I dealt with them on a corporate level. So I just don't like the way they do business. But I would prefer using this card. Look, when you have a company that, you dial the phone number and someone who speaks English and it's not a recording picks up the line, to me, that's worth having the card right there. You call Pilot, you got a problem, you got to press option 1, you got to put your number in here, you got to, be transferred here. You finally get to someone, oh, that's not my department. You need to, let me transfer you over to this. It's just a bunch of BS. And it's refreshing having a card where, you just get somebody on the phone and you get your problem handled. I love that there are a ton of places across the country. I can't wait for the app. Definitely helps. He runs from Idaho to the deep south. You do have a lot of locations, Jessica, and
we're adding. Yeah.
But didn't you guys just buy out another company or merge with another company and you have more locations now or something like that?
We did not buy out. We're constantly adding to our merchant network. We've added a partner to our network. It's the Ambest partnership that we have now. Ambest is a club for truck stops, the owner operator or the independents, right? I look at independent truck stops like I look at the owner operator. It's hard for them to get that volume because they're sporadic, they're random, they're small. So the Ambest network helps promote, helps advertise those smaller locations, and any member of the Ambest network that is an independent, they are now part of this massive discount rollout across the board. cost plus discount that you get through our fuel card, exclusive to our fuel card. We're seeing the same average savings that you see on that daily file you get, Mike. Same average savings, anywhere between 50 cents all the way up to $1 savings right now with the way the margins are. So there's a ton of opportunity there. I wanted to say one more thing to the audience as well. We do have partnerships with factoring companies, very solid, reputable factoring companies. I hesitate a lot with factoring companies as a business owner, as a small trucking company, because it's there's a struggle, right? You don't want to give up your money to get your money. But if you're in times where you're in a crunch and you do need that financial support, you can't wait for that 30-day pay. We do have good partners that are solid and reputable factoring companies that aren't going to overcharge you. And we are partnering with them to where when you get funded, you can get funded not only to your bank account or through a debit card, but you can also get your funding sent straight to your fuel card. So there's those opportunities out there as well.
Wow. Kind of like Chris, RTS.
Yeah.
Chris, you use RTS, right?
I have. Not anymore.
Do they suck? I need
As a factory company, yes. As a broker, yes.
Okay.
As a fuel card, that's debatable.
Well, now you have another option, right? Now you have another option to go to some of our partner factoring companies and factor through them and utilize this fuel card under that program.
Right,
We don't partner with RTS currently, so we're not part of that. We are we're really, same song and dance, right? I like dealing with smaller businesses. I like dealing with more intimate relationships, businesses that really care about our truck drivers out there, and those are the factoring companies that I'm partnering with to take care of our owner operators and not gouge them and overcharge them.
I want to ask Mr. Joseph a question. Wow, we lost Joseph.
He's there. I see his face.
No,
he's right there.
He's there.
James Anderson. Sorry, I get Jamie and James Anderson mixed up, and they get pissy when you mix them up. So make sure you get Jamie and James correct, because they'll both start like, my name is Jamie, I'm James.
No, I don't do that. I'm Texas trucker. I'm Texas trucker. That's all you got to do for Texas.
Yeah. So, Joseph, we are toying with the idea of, we have been talking to certain congressmen and senators about, Jamie, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Detention layover, is that what you're talking about?
No, this Motor Carrier Act.
The
Motor Carrier Act of 1980.
Repealing the Repealing the Motor Carrier Act of 1980 and putting in a new act for 2024. And we've actually gotten some support from Chris's, James, and Blake's senator out in Idaho. What is your
Senator and Congressman both support it?
Yes, Congressman Fulcher and Crapo. I said it right, Crapo.
First time.
What is your take on that, Joseph? And can you talk about some of the things that you are running on for the 17th district out in Texas, sir?
Absolutely. So what disturbs me is I didn't hear Ted Cruz in who's supporting this. He's supposedly supposed to be one of the senators in our Senate that is supposed to be representing truckers across this nation. The Senate represents the state.
He's a Senate minority leader on the Transportation Committee, brother.
Yes, of course. But we were, from what you tell me, he's not really much involved, correct, Texas?
I have never heard him talk about transportation not one time.
I've actually
sent him emails and I've tried to reach out to him and he's never replied to me. I did get my congressman and senator to reply to me, which is Robert Nichols and Lance Gooden. Lance Gooden also sits on the Transportation Committee in Texas. I reached out to the Texas Trucking Association, which is in San Antonio or Austin, Texas. I've got their personal number. They have not replied to me either. So what we need to do, Joseph, is get on a statewide campaign and start getting very active. We got to go back to this. We had to jump in on the transparency issue and the federal level. We had to get the cart ahead of the horse because this was important. But we all realize and know that we have got to go back to that state level and start from the ground up. So it's important that we do that.
Exactly, 100%. I could not agree with you more. Therefore, when I heard that Senator Cruz was not involved in that, and it's nothing on his fault unless he's purposely avoiding the conversation. But we need to make we're gonna use steel man arguments. We're not gonna do straw man arguments. We cannot just come up being like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Like, you had the opportunity, senators, representatives, people who run this country. Yes, it could be a state issue. It can be a federal issue. We're talking about truckers. We cross state lines. Right there, the conversation opens up. It's a federal issue because we got guys with a federal ID known as a CDL. We drive federal commercial vehicles that go over state borders. These are commerce between states. These might as well be between countries at this point because we can't find a middle ground. We can't agree on anything. And then on top of that, the brokers have every right and reign to reach over all of these states without any penalty or what's the word I'm looking for? It's responsibility. It's just like responsibility. But I digress. We need to make sure that we are all on the same page. And if we're not getting legislation passed on these bills, and then the 1981. I don't want to mess up numbers. I'm still getting into
1980 Motor Carrier Act.
Motor Carrier Act of 1980.
Yeah.
1980?
Right. 1980, Joseph.
Yep.
Okay. Just so I'm clear, I was gonna say 1981, but that's why I'm asking. I'm just brand new. My deal is infrastructure. My deal is transportation. And if this Transportation Act of 1980 is a big issue and it is flawed and it is letting brokers give it to us in the A, and we are getting screwed by it, like, we need to address it. I will be right there bringing it up every single chance I get. Oh, here's a single issue bill on the 1980 Motor Carriers Act. Let's address it. Oh, it got pushed back. Okay, well then I'll do it again. Just like the mayor of New York did with the First Amendment rights on synagogues and churches. Just like the Michigan governor did with the same deal with COVID. They keep getting shut down by the Supreme Court and the courts of their states. Let's keep pushing these bills. Let's keep making sure that what we bring to the table is what we're focused on. And if they keep pushing us back, let's push back even further, because it's not going to end with us just sitting silent. We're going to make sure that our bills are put forward and the change is made and the American people are satisfied with what happens. And I'm talking about the truckers and shippers and receivers of this country, which results in the proper reputation of the citizens of this country that enjoy the goods that are brought by truckers. These people go to Walmart, they think milk is from the store. They have no idea about cows on pastures. They have no idea about beef in slaughterhouses like in liberal Kansas. They have no idea about chicken plants with the eggs being produced in between Houston and San Antonio. They are disconnected from reality. They are not educated on where their goods come from. They think it's at Walmart. They think it's at Kroger. They think it's at Publix. They think it's at H-E-B. Well, I'm here to tell you, no, it doesn't come from those grocery stores. It comes from the farms. It comes from the flyover states. It comes from average American workers in between cities and red districts and red civilizations. These people are so disconnected from reality. It is unbelievable, and it puts our state of union compromised. With that, I'll yield. Thank you so much for giving me that time to spiel on that.
Can I throw in for a second, Mike?
Brother, you're totally right. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head there. Anybody else want to add to that or comment on that? Go ahead.
Let me throw in there real quick.
Apparently, Jamie does.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I hear you,
Jamie.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're really
Well,
quiet though.
Yeah, I think my headset may be dying. I may have to get my other one on. Joseph, here's what you got to know. We did have a meeting with Senator Ted Cruz, and it did not go well. I think to get his attention, it's going to take you and I and the other people that are running down there, because he's got a pretty stiff fight coming up. That to get in contact with him and say, "Hey, this is your job. What are you doing?" He's aware. He's aware of the problems. It just seems like he's more focused on everything else, and he's not focused on actually his job as a Senate Minority Leader over the transportation. Now, us being you and I, he spoke with Mike and them, but you and I being from Texas, we are his constituents, and we know a lot of people Texas wide that we can put some pressure on if he don't come to the table and start tackling the issues where we need him. Suggest you read the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. It's not that long of a read. It's not that complicated. It will open your eyes to a lot, but also you need to read map. What is it? Map 21 from 2000 and map 10. It'll open your eyes to a lot, and actually, when you think about it and you see how trucking was before, to where deregulation come in, is what set everything up that we're dealing with right now, what we call the perfect storm. And that's what we're in right now. We're in the perfect storm. I mean, yeah, we're teetering, but we're going to work together on all this, Joseph. And Mike is a fount of knowledge. That dude knows more than he's probably forgot more than I know. But I have spent a year educating myself on it and drilling down on it. So when we go back to the state level, I think you and I can have a big impact on the state level, and that's where we need to focus on. I'm going to take my personal Twitter page, and I'm going to start using that for the state level and keep the Texas trucker going on the federal level. That's my plan. That's what I'm working on. That's the reason why I've been going into these Texas legislation spaces and meeting people and speaking to people and following and having them follow me, the ones that are running for office and the ones that are in office at a more local level, but also the people that's really got the power. And I'll park it there, man. But we got this, bro. We're gonna do it.
Blake says, "Oh my God!" 1 second, Joseph. Blake says, "Oh my God, guys! A case of 60 eggs are $12 again. They were $6 last week. Me personally, I've never seen 60 eggs in one case. I live in New York City. I think the most I've ever seen was like 24. But do they sell eggs in 60s?
Yeah,
it's a flat egg.
It's a 5 dozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flat.
So where
flat
do you
eggs.
put all those eggs, bro? You can't put them all in the refrigerator, right?
In my
Where do you
belly,
put-
we love eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can put them all in the refrigerator.
Can I see
They
your
come in-
refrigerator? Is it that big?
Look,
What?
I can actually
What do you
show
got,
you right now.
walk-in, like a meat locker hanger or something?
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
A lot
Give
of
me a second, and I'll show you.
Go ahead. But what I will say to Blake's is today I had a conversation with Senator Bob Casey of Pennsylvania, and I brought up the egg conundrum. Eggs doubling in prices, and these retailers making money off of and raising the price of eggs, but the guy who delivers them, he didn't get a pay raise. He didn't make more money off of delivering those eggs. And so, yes, I did. That's a big refrigerator. What are you people freezing in that? Yeah, I guess you could
What are you
stick.
talking
Yeah,
about?
That's a normal sized fridge. That's a
big
medium sized fridge.
That
I'm
big
gonna
flat
go
of
ahead.
eggs.
Anyway,
That
I
big
want
flat of
an
eggs,
eggerator.
Mike. That big flat
Huh?
of eggs slot right
Yeah,
under that
I want
bottom
an
rack.
eggerator. I want to touch on something
see this
before.
container?
what is
You see this
all,
container? There's 2 of them in a package, and it's 60 eggs. It's a 5 dozen.
I swear to you, I've never seen that in my life.
So
Wow.
Mike, my uncle, he actually works on an egg farm. He said that they are throwing so much eggs away because they can't move them. So I don't get, the carriers aren't making money, really hauling anything. So why is it just sitting and it going bad and they're throwing the eggs away? It's because these brokers are taking so much of the money that
Yep.
they can't ship it.
Right.
And
It costs
that's
it
exactly
costs
why
a
you
lot
see
less.
the eggs raise up in price.
Yes.
Tim, I wish you would have told me that, because they were asking that specific question. They were like, why? Joseph, go ahead, sir.
Yes. So my wife used to be vegan. She used to be, I don't want anything to do with animal cruelty, all this other stuff. And I looked at her and I'm like, well, we got 10 chickens in the backyard. This is the time when we had chickens. Do you want that stuff to go to waste? Because if you let it go to waste, it's worse than just throwing it away. Like, it's
Joseph,
just,
did
you
you
had
say
it
you have
there,
10
you could have eaten
chickens?
it.
You have 10 chickens?
I used to have 40 chickens. And I used to, they used to lay so many eggs. I had so many eggs, I never would have thought about buying eggs again. But my German Shepherds at the time, they got out. And yeah, we can go with it where this is going. Yeah, those German Shepherds make real short work of those chickens, I'll tell you right now. And I'll tell you, those roosters fight to the death. If someone calls you a chicken, just wonder, like, are you calling me a rooster or you calling me a chicken? Because those roosters will fight to the death so those hens can get away. That being said, so many eggs. I recommend every American get at least like 5 hens, leghorns. They produce so many eggs, you will never have to go to the store for eggs again. You go out, you go to your garden, you get some cherry tomatoes, you get some bell peppers, you get those eggs, you throw them in a skillet, boom, breakfast gourmet. You won't need to worry. It's 5-star meals, and I did that for them. My wife's not vegan no more. She doesn't do vegan shit.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. My Rottweilers would probably make quick work of chickens, but I wish I could have some chickens. That would be cool, man. I think Jamie's got some chickens. I know he's got a couple of pit bulls, some nice pit bulls. Chris, you don't have a dog, right? What's your problem?
Right there.
Oh, you do. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a dog. He has a lampshade, bro.
Dude, he would destroy a chicken right there and then.
Chris, your dog has a lampshade on his head, man. Put that camera back on that dog, bro. I gotta see this shit.
Don't make fun of my dog.
She's old. She's old.
I need to make a public. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Jamie. Yeah.
55 minutes ago, Mother Trucker released that there's over 30 trucks spun out on Snoqualmie Pass. So if y'all are up in that area, there's a major problem going up Snoqualmie. Just so everybody knows, everybody's aware.
That's not a surprise because we're getting snow right where I'm at.
That's crazy.
And being Snoqualmie, yeah. They're probably getting a blizzard.
Really quickly here, I want to go to some of these comments that people put up. They get mad I don't put their comments up. So we did the egg thing. If brokers are making millions, how come they're going out of business left and right? Well, I mean, I have an opinion on this, but I'll give it to the floor. James Anderson.
Mismanagement. Money mismanagement. They take their money and they, I mean, it's like any business, if you mismanage the money, you'll go out of business. If I take all my money right now and I go on vacations and buy this and, buy a new truck and, stretch myself so thin, well, if my truck breaks down, well, then I don't have the money to fix it. And, it's a domino effect where I go out of business then.
I was going to say the same thing, Tim, so I'm not going to say anything.
That was my opinion
as well. Go ahead.
These bigger, so that applies to the smaller brokerages. The bigger brokerages are making all the money and then filing bankruptcy, and they're keeping all that money.
It's a cash grab. It's a cash
Yep.
grab. You know, when
It
you
is.
take a company like what is this? What is the company with the Indian guy? What's his name?
Was it Surge?
What was the name of it?
Surge.
Surge. Yeah.
Surge.
You take a company like that, right? They were starving before COVID, right? They were like 5 seconds away from shutting down, right? And then COVID hit and they made all that money. I think they made almost 300 million. They were almost out of business before COVID. I don't think anybody knows that. But then COVID came and they caked about 300 million. Now, they've been in business for a long time. I think Surge started in 2010 or some shit like that. They started around there.
2016.
2016. Okay. They knew that this was their only chance. The guy knew this was his only chance. So he said, you know what? That's that. I'm taking the money and I'm running. And I think that's what all of these guys are doing. Small, medium, large, they're cashing out. They're taking the money and they're running because they know they're never going to see anything like this again. And
Well, the small brokerages are getting pushed out by the bigger ones because they keep having to cut the rates down to where they can't get the loads moved, so they end up going out of business. They don't end up getting that big cash flow like the medium size and the mega brokerages to kind of capitalize on that.
I agree.
So what Surge did is what I'm understanding is they went in, they took all their bonuses and they took a bunch of money instead of paying the carriers. And then once it came time, once it got so much, they shut down, correct? And filed bankruptcy. Is that
Filed
correct?
for bankruptcy. Right. Yes. The American way.
Let's
Joseph, go
put
ahead,
it
sir.
out there. Hold on real quick. So let me elaborate on this a little bit more, because in 2021 during COVID, 153 MCs went active for brokerages. That's just brokerages.
How many?
153,000 new active MCs for brokerages.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I saw that information, and I got a lot of pushback on that.
I didn't get any pushback on it when I posted
No,
it
I
out.
did.
But
I will tell you, I did. I got a lot of pushback on that. I was in a couple of meetings right here in the city, and I was asked that question, and I gave that number, and there was a big argument back and forth at that meeting on that. I got some pushback on that, but I understand where you're coming from, Chris. There was a flood of
that was off of the FMCSA website.
right.
Right where you have to get the MC number for brokerages and carriers.
Right.
You have to go through them. So
Exactly.
the numbers got to be accurate.
I got really close physically with her because
I agree. Go ahead, Joseph.
Here, I'm going to show everybody real quick, Mike. Nothing in my trailer right now. Well, I got some spare tires and my load locks, but nothing in there. People out there that's going to watch this, watching now, I'm going to show you right now. Don't be afraid to deadhead out of somewhere. Right now, I'm going to go ahead, deadhead, 450 miles, because I'm not pulling some garbage freight out here. I'm going to take off. I'm going home for the weekend. Screw it. 450 miles. I'll do it for freight. I'll deadhead out of places, for just to get some good rates, So I just wanted to show everybody. We'll be on here for a while. Everybody can watch me drive too. So.
You bouncing? You going home?
Yep. Hell yeah. I'm not going to sit, I'm in Vegas
You're
right
doing
now. I'm not
better
going to
than I did.
Yeah, I met. Yeah, me and Chris actually met up in I was deadheading from God, what was it? Was down there in Mississippi. He was over
No, it
in
wasn't Mississippi. It was Missouri. It was Stanfield.
no,
Chris
no,
deadheaded like
Missouri.
900 miles, yo.
Well,
yeah, I deadheaded. I think it was like 600 or 700 miles, and he deadheaded. I think it was 900 miles from Houston. I came up from Mississippi. He came up from Houston, and then we met in Springfield, Missouri, I believe it was.
Lady, that's the other lady I'm looking
Hey,
Yeah.
Joseph, I want to tell you something. If what's more interesting than the Motor Carrier Act of 1980 is Jimmy Carter's speech on why he was signing the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. I think that is even more funnier than the Motor Carrier Act. This act is going to save Americans billions of dollars a year in precious fuel. Oh my God. How much fuel have you think we've wasted in this country just driving back and forth empty because guys refuse to take shit rates? It's incredible. The Motor Carrier Act of 1980 needs to be repealed and replaced. Joseph, go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
My average deadhead miles is 300. Right now I'm going from Rochester, Syracuse, New York, down to Hershey's, Pennsylvania. Now, I'll have you know, I got a very famous cousin. His name's Mikey Vecchione. He's a hockey player for the Hershey Bears. I go every single time. Unfortunately, he's going down, I believe, to South Carolina, North Carolina for a game. I'm not going to be able to watch him this weekend. But every time I go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, I park my truck, I go to the Giants Stadium, and I watch him send slap shots through that net. He's an amazing hockey player. He's been on the ice since he was 2 years old. And you know what? I'd probably be there with them, but they had figure skater outlooks for me. But I'm going to divert from that notion as I smoke my cigar and just enjoy the conversation. Look, I had something really good with this. We were talking about something, and I don't mean to divert, and I don't mean to lose track because, I mean, this is a great conversation. I love it.
Deadhead miles in the Motor Carrier Act of 1980, Joseph.
Yes. So the Motor Carrier Act of 1980 and the deadhead miles. As I said, the most I've done in deadhead miles is probably 890 miles from Maine all the way to South Pennsylvania. It was a mind blower on how much of a mileage difference it was from up in Maine all the way down to Pennsylvania. It's only a few states away. Crazy. I'm looking at 800 to 900 to 950 mileage of what I'm taking from the Massachusetts Turnpike and I-90, I-81. It's crazy. It's insane.
Burned a lot of fuel.
Yes, absolutely. Burned a ton of fuel. Although I got one of the new trucks, and with the wonderful thing we call DEF, I definitely burned more than just fuel. And I'm telling you, that's one of the things I'm going after when I get in is DEF. Because they came in saying it was cleaner for the environment. It is the exact opposite. Because DEF doesn't go into the atmosphere. It stays down here. It gets on the trees and it gets on the insects. I used to do pest control. When a bee, a wasp, or a butterfly, anything gets on that tree with DEF on it, it's just like Termidor. And it gets on them and they contract it to other insects. It kills them and it depletes the pollen population. It's awful. It is absolutely destructive to our environment. You got all these green-hugging, tree-hippie mother truckers out here. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that DEF is one of the worst things for the environment that you can think of. And I'm sure a lot of other truckers, especially the ones I talk to, that's what they say. And I agree with them 100%. And that's what California is going back on. There's other stuff. I'll think of other stuff. Oh, the zombie corporations. That's why I came up here. That's why, well, not why I came up here, but that's what got me fired up. The zombie corporations of these brokers. You can take a corporation, get funding. Like you said, once they get the money and they go bankrupt, they pocket the money, say, oh, we ain't got it. And then boom, that money's gone. company dissolves, it's a zombie corporation. It's a corporation designed to fail. So look up zombie corporation, and I'm pretty sure a majority of these brokerages are designed to be zombie corporations. I will look into it. I will find out how many actually are. And this is something we got to shut down. We cannot let them destroy our industry, destroy our economy, destroy our way of life. And it goes from the truckers to the shippers and receivers. It is absolutely destructive. They siphon money from us just to line the pockets of their executives. We will destroy it. I mean, this is not communist talk. This is just straight capitalism. You do the work, you get paid for it. We can't have these guys stealing from us. And with that, I yield. I apologize.
Hey, don't go nowhere. Hey, they'll call you a fucking communist in a heartbeat, or they'll call you a fucking socialist in a heartbeat. It's hysterical, bro. It is totally hysterical. If you say anything like what you just said, immediately you're a socialist, you're a communist, you fuck hamsters in the middle of the night, or whatever the fuck else they want to fucking say about you. It's just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're totally right. You're totally right. You know what I mean? And when you have an industry where, you have little to no rules, it's just going to be just overrun with people with no morals that don't give a shit. And we'll do things like that, and it's just sad that the government helps them. But, like Jamie said, it looks like things are changing, and, we're going to press on, right?
Exactly. Just like Trump said, he used the system just like they do. When Hillary Clinton called him out, you use the tax code just like us. And he's like, yes, because it works. And you made it there. That's why I use it. Just like them. So if they want to fucking call us out, we call them out and we use their system. If they want to play this kind of game, we'll play it right back.
You're totally right. Donald Trump was a Democrat for a long time. You know what I mean? Like he used to write checks to these people. They used to come to his office begging for money. He was a Democrat for a long time. And he knows how the game is played, and he knows how both sides get down. So, I don't have nothing against that man on that front. He knows. So you're totally right on that. But Jessica had to jump. There's her. Contact information if anybody needs her. And boom, boom, boom. Let me see. Let me go back to some of these comments. We took care of the egg conundrum. Let's see. What about this conversation? Exactly. Bodies. I'm sorry I didn't get to these comments sooner. I'm sure they would have made more sense when you actually typed them up there. Sorry about that. I was going to touch on something here. We're already up here for almost 2 hours. It looks like Jamie fell asleep. Tim's on his way home.
I'm here, brother.
Oh, you there?
No, you're talking about James.
Yeah,
you're talking about James Anderson.
No, James, he left a long time ago. He probably went to get dinner. I think Joseph froze. I want to talk to you guys about this. U.S. Code. 49 U.S. Code 13101. Transportation policy. I had a long conversation with this senator about this today. Lost Joseph again, and now he's back. I had a long conversation with this senator about this today. Title 49, Section 13101. This is concerning lumpers. Is anyone familiar with this?
No.
James Anderson?
You mean Jamie Anderson?
Yeah, Jamie Anderson.
I was distracted. I was looking at this supposedly record numbers of authorities failed toward the end of November. The most authorities that have went out in 1 week, 2,800, 2,087. I don't think.
What, in November?
Yeah.
So,
I believe it.
Jamie, I'm going to get back to you on that one. That's a crazy number, but I want to talk about this because I had a long conversation with this individual about this today. Paying lumpers. I basically expressed my concern for this because this is what this code says. It says shipper responsible for assisting. Whenever a shipper or receiver of property requires that any person who owns or operates a motor vehicle transporting property in interstate commerce, whether or not such transportation is subject to jurisdiction under subchapter 1 of chapter 135, be assisted in the loading or unloading of such vehicle. Hold on, Joseph fell out again. I'm going to put him back in. Loading or unloading of such vehicle, the shipper or receiver shall be responsible for providing such assistance or shall compensate. Now, when it comes to lumpers, we don't get compensated, we get reimbursed. Am I correct on that? I'm pretty sure.
Well, that would be compensation. Getting reimbursed is compensation.
No,
but
sir. No, sir. These are two different
but
words.
I still don't go for it. So
we get reimbursed. We do not get compensated. We get reimbursed. We get our money back when we send our receipts to the broker and they send us a new rate con and we
I don't even do that. But
well, this says compensate, which means compensate means you are paid for something. You are paid for a service. Now,
yeah, so it should already be on the rate con.
Chris, this shit is long, bro. Come on, let me read this part.
All right.
Compensate the owner or operator for all costs associated with securing and compensating the person or persons providing such assistance. That's a rule. We shouldn't be getting reimbursed our lumper. We should be getting reimbursed our lumper. Plus, we should be giving someone a bill for having to go through the fucking trouble of paying the lumper. We should be compensated, not reimbursed, compensated. Now, Part B of the same code, coercion prohibited. It shall be unlawful to coerce or attempt to coerce any person providing transportation of property by motor vehicle or compensation in interstate commerce, whether or not such transportation is subject to jurisdiction under subchapter 1 of chapter 135, to load or unload any part of such property onto or from such vehicle, or to employ or pay one or more persons to load or unload any part of such property onto or from such vehicle, except in that they cannot force you to pay a lumper. That's coercion. When they lock you into the dock and you can't move after your truck is unloaded until you pay that lumper, that's coercion.
Yep.
They're breaking the law. Comments, anyone?
Exactly why I do it the way that I do. I make the broker put it in the comments on the rate con, or at least give me an email showing that they're covering the lumper and the money code fees, because they started charging money code fees too.
They've been doing that.
Yeah. Well,
Coyote was doing that. back in 2017 or whatever. They was charging me
Well,
for that shit.
exactly why I started throwing in the money code fee too.
Yes,
I
and
didn't have it happen to me until last year, where they charged me a money code fee, which was bullshit. But I had one broker do that to me, and after that, I started throwing the money code fee into there to where the broker has to cover it. And I had
yes,
it put onto a Raycon or in a separate email saying that they would actually cover that.
you done, Chris?
Yeah.
Yes, and if you don't get authorization beforehand, you won't get reimbursed. Also, if you don't provide the receipts after authorization, you won't get reimbursed.
Yep.
I totally agree. They know there was a lumper there, but they won't give you the money unless you give them receipts. I understand all that, but here's the thing: you have to, we had a long conversation about this. Like, this is a serious issue. You are being asked to employ an outside company to unload this company's property off of your truck.
Yep.
You're being asked to be an employer. There are tax implications here.
Yeah, there is. And I can elaborate on that too, because I've been on the warehouse side charging the lumper fee. And it's actually a big circle jerk.
Talk about it, Chris. Talk about it.
So even though the warehouse facility that is charging the lumper fee, or even that third party that's charging the lumper fee, let's say in Capstone is charging the lumper fee, they're actually charging it to the receiver, which the receiver actually charges it to the brokerage or the shipper, which in return actually ends up going back to the receiver, because they are the ones that are hiring, or it could go vice versa too, because if you have the lumper fee on the shipping side, it reverts back to them. It's a big circle jerk.
I agree. Let's get James Anderson involved in this. Joseph, I see you reaching, or I think you froze. But Jamie.
Yeah. Well, I used to unload my truck a lot. You know what I mean? I'd pull into a shipper receiver or a receiver, and I would ask the receiver how much is the lumper fee, and they would tell me, okay, well, I got it. I'll take care of it. Kept a receipt book in my glove box, and when I got done unloading the truck, I would fill out a receipt and send it to the broker, and they'd pay me to unload the truck. Of course, you can't do that now because of COVID. They pretty much done away with that, where you can even get on the dock. So now you got to pay, and I have been subjected to the money code scam, where they charge you $25, $35, $50 for a money code to pay their lumper. So it's basically like you pay the lumper anyways. I don't pay lumpers. I never pay lumpers. I refuse. Now, if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't get a hold of somebody, I will pay it, but I do get reimbursed. But
that's the thing.
There's a lot to it, man.
But that's the thing, Mr. Anderson. You should be compensated for it, not reimbursed.
Well, yeah, it seems like they charge you a fee, a 5%, 3% fee to do quick pay or anything like that. It seems like if you had to pay a lumper, that you could charge them a fee on top of it, a percentage.
A convenience fee.
Correct.
You would be charging them for forcing you to pay a lumper. It is right there. Blake's wanted me to put this up here. Okay, let me find this. Tim, go ahead, sir. Did we lose Tim? Tim, we lost Tim.
Oh, we got two Josephs now, though.
Yeah, I got multiple people. I got more than one. This
We
is
got
fantastic.
We lost Tim. Look, I'm going to put that up there for anyone who wants to check it out later.
Yeah, put it in there because I'll go back and read it because I'm one of them people that certain things I got to read it before I really comprehend,
Listen,
especially if I'm distracted. I was listening to the news.
This is from the Motor Carrier Act of 1980, right? And what I can tell you is that the Motor Carrier Act of 1980 doesn't have much ambiguity in it. It's very straightforward, and it is in there, and it says clearly you cannot force a truck driver to unload the truck and do all of this stuff. It says it right there. You can't make them do it for free. And not only does it say that, it says if you try to make them do it for free, I believe it says it could be a criminal offense. Yeah, it does, right?
Yep.
And
They're holding us hostage.
Yeah, that is in this Title 49 section 13101 transportation policy. And if you read that, you can see that it's very short. It's only 2 or 3 lines each piece, A and B. And A says compensate, not reimburse. So the brokers and the shippers got together and they said, let's change this compensate to reimburse. Let's change this reimburse, this compensate to reimburse. And it says clearly underneath that in Part B, this is coercion. If you force them to do this, this is coercion, and that is illegal. So we are working on that now with this senator from Pennsylvania, and we touched on that, and we touched on detention time. We want no more free hours, free time. If my appointment is at 11 a.m. and I arrive at 11 a.m. and you're not ready to unload me, that is when the clock starts, sir. It doesn't start 2 hours late. It starts when you're not ready to unload me and I'm on time. That's when the clock starts. Go ahead, Joseph. Did you want to say something?
That last thing you said, that 2 hours of free time, that's bullshit. We are there at an appointment time. They need to get us loaded ASAP. Why? If I'm late for an appointment time and I've been fired from other logistics corporations for being late. And the devil's in the details. What I got was a BOL that stated delivery 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. But because on a hard note from the receiver to the corporation, of which was Baggett, they wanted a hard 7 a.m. appointment time. I never got that. So why should I be fired for a situation like that? From Baggett Transportation, and I will call them out. Why should I be fired for that when on my BOLs it says 7 to 3? And then they have the audacity to say we give them 2 hours. So that means if I show up at 7, I don't get paid detention until 9. And then I got unloaded at 10 a.m. when I showed up with another driver, which was fucking bullshit.
Right.
The other driver stood up hard. I stood up hard too, but they said that was my last straw for some fucking reason.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to fucking drag that out. But yes, absolutely. If there's an appointment time and they go past that appointment time and they're saying, okay, just wait here, every minute that they tell us to wait, they should pay for. On the hour, on a percentage, on what detention is, whether it's 70, 100, 200, $300 detention, whatever it is, they need to pay for it. Am I echoing?
No, not on my end. I don't know, Chris, Tim, is he echoing? Nope. Jamie fell out.
On my end, a little bit, but it's not bad.
My speaker's off, so he's not here.
Yeah, so if they're going to play this game, if they're going to hold us to this hard standard, we need to hold them to the hard standard. We don't need to give them 2 hours of free detention time. If they aren't ready at the appointment time, they need to start paying. I'm okay if they're like, okay, we got the forklift coming. It's going to be 15 minutes. Fine. I'm okay with waiting.
Right.
But if they fucking drag us out hours on end and we're at a shipper or a receiver for 5 hours, I'm expecting $250 to $500 in detention time because they're costing us money. They're costing us fuel. They're costing us time. They're costing us the logistics of bringing product from point A to point B. And then we got to call our shipper or our receiver and let them know why they're being delayed. So I'm picking up in Ohio. I'm picking up in Pennsylvania. It's going to Ohio. Ohio's on Monday being like, hey, it's 9 a.m. Where you at? It's like, oh, well, they didn't have the fucking load ready. Pardon my French. Oh, they're going to be like, well, what's that to us? I'm like, well, it's the shipper. They didn't get us loaded. Oh, well, that's apparently that's the middleman. That's a truck driver's fault, right? Well, the forklift didn't even put the product on our fucking flatbed. Pardon my French. This fires me up because I got fired for this. Like I've been through several companies. I've only been fired twice, and it was for BS reasons. One reason was with Western Flyer Express. They had a truck that was stolen from San Antonio, and because I had my truck idling at the Pilot in Buffalo, they said I left the truck, I abandoned the truck, and they fired me for that. I'm like, I didn't abandon the truck. I just went home.
Right.
The truck was locked down, everything was locked up, and the fucking security code was on the Peterbilt because we live in the 21st century. I put a security code in the truck. You can't, if you put it in drive and you start driving, it's going to shut off instantly. That's how that security code works.
Right.
But they still laid me off for that. No, they fired me. With that, I'll yield. That fired me up. I apologize for my hasteful language, but this is a very passionate situation for me and something that I wish to address when I get into Congress.
Hey, you got the First Amendment right.
They all know we're truckers. Tim, you are correct, sir. That First Amendment right, is that the freedom of speech one? Or is that?
No, it's freedom of speech.
Yep.
Is that the thou shalt not kill? Is that which one?
That's the commandment you're thinking of.
You know, me and my wife had a debate yesterday in the car. I said that I said Jesus is the God of thunder, and she said no, Thor is the God of thunder. I stood my ground. You will all be proud of me. I put $20 on Jesus being the God of thunder. And my 9-year-old said, Dad, you're a moron. Look, he showed me his phone, and it turns out that Thor is actually the God of thunder.
No, the God of thunder is Zeus.
Listen, I don't know who the God of thunder is. It's somebody up there. So my thing is, it's Jesus. All right.
So I'm gonna touch on something real quick or point something out also with this detention. You know, as a small carrier, we get screwed. You know, every time we turn around, we're getting screwed on something. If a large carrier goes into a shipper receiver, they have priority to get loaded. If not, that large carrier gets to charge them hundreds of dollars for that truck to sit there. And for us, we have to fight for, you know, $25 an hour detention, and we could be left sitting there for 2-3 days.
I'm going to tell you right now, Tim, brokers had found out exactly what mega carriers were paying the drivers.
Look, you know, Chris, you're totally right. And we got to shed light on this. And this is the reason why I brought all this up today. And Blake, I will tell you, yes, I did say no caps. You know, if we're there for 9 hours, we want to be paid for 9 hours. We don't want to hear none of that. Oh yeah, we'll pay you detention after 4 hours, and it's you know, a 3-hour cap or 4-hour cap or 6. Nah, fuck that. If you're paying me the whole thing, And we gave them two options. We basically said you could pay a flat rate, which a lot of people don't like. I threw a $300 an hour number out there. Someone suggested that we do a formula based on the rate per mile times, you know, how many miles the load is, you know, and, you know, we do it like that, but, you know, that's up in the air.
You're on point with that $300 an hour detention.
Yeah, to me, look, to me, my
because
time,
that's what they're actually
the
getting.
most valuable thing I have is time. It's not money, it's time. Okay? It's time.
Yeah.
Every moment I'm sitting there is a moment out of my life. That is the most valuable thing to me. So my time is what I'm looking at. And if you got me sitting there for 4 or 6 hours waiting for you to unload this truck, you're going to pay me for every minute that I'm sitting there, or there's going to be a problem, because that's my time. And that's, I explained that to them today. One thing I do want to say on a different topic here, and I know it's cornball, but you know, the retirement age in this country is 66 years old. That is the age that you can retire. 66, correct? It's 66, 67, right?
No, it's 65. But you're
no,
close.
they changed it, bro. They changed
Did
it.
they?
It's between
Last I heard it was 65.
Yeah, I think it's
the
67
average
now.
lifespan. The average lifespan of an over-the-road truck driver is 62. So you will die driving that truck, most likely. Those are the odds.
You won't even get to collect Social Security.
Right. So every minute that I am on the road driving that truck, I need to maximize the money I am making in that truck. Because my lifespan, the average truck driver in this country is going to die at 62. That's that is the average lifespan. That's from the CDC. And retirement age is 66. Let's say it's 65. You will not make it to retire. Odds are you won't make it to retirement age if you made truck driving your career. So every minute I'm in that truck, I want to maximize my money. So when I hear the term know your cost per mile, please factor in the fact that you're going to most likely be dead by 62 and not make it to retirement age. Factor that into your cost per mile because it's important. Also factor in the amount of time that you spend away from your children. Like Prodigal said tonight, his oldest kid told him she hates his guts. You spend so much time away from your kids, they don't even know who you are when they grow up.
We all hear it.
Say that again, Chris.
We all hear it.
Yeah, I've heard it. But on a lighter note, no caps on detention time. Yes, Blake, I did mention that, the lumpers thing. I also went into layovers, and I think when I started talking about layovers, they pretty much got the point. Layovers, I feel, is people are not getting paid enough for layovers. I can tell you that in household goods, if we pull up to someone's home and they are not ready to take possession of their stuff, and we have to lay over for a day, we charge them anywhere between $1,000 a day and $2,000 a day. And in some cases, they have to pay hotel costs and, food and all that other shit. And that's in my tariff. I can, on Monday, what I'm going to do, I've been meaning to do this. So on Monday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post my tariff up here so everyone can read my tariff and what I used to charge for. And I think you're going to get a pretty big kick out of it to see all the things I used to charge people for when I used to move them across the country. I used to charge people
we need to come up with the tariff for that.
Yeah, it's not enforceable property anymore. They stopped the tariffs went out in 1980. So they went out with the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. The only only household goods are required to still have tariffs. Yeah. Fun fact: this tariff came from guess who? 16 years ago, my first tariff was provided to me by none other than James Lamb of SBTC. He prepared my first tariff for me. Let's see here.
Get
So
James on here.
Go ahead, Tim.
I said we need to get James on here. It's been a while.
James was on here one time, wasn't he, Chris? Wasn't he here with us one time? James?
Yeah.
At least once.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he was on 2 or 3 times, but.
Hey, Tim, you want to know something funny? Hey, he watches every single show, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
he does.
Tim, he watches every single show, front to back. Hey, if you got anything to say to James Lamb, you could say it right here. That message is going to get right to him, bro. He watches every show. I was 20 minutes late.
Messaging up earlier.
Yeah. I was 20 minutes late at Super Value in Denver, PA. Had to pay $175. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Was that in your Raycon though? Was it in your Raycon? You know, a lot of times if
Well,
it's in your Raycon.
Not only that, why was he late? Was it because of a tire blowout? You know, something like that.
Yeah, you're right. But
you can't control that.
I've signed Raycons and it clearly said if you are late, we're going to charge you $170. So I can't argue that shit. You know, I get on the phone with the broker like, yo, man, what you shorted me.
Well, not only that, it's trucking. You have a tire blowout that's going to make you late to the appointment.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
How can you control that? So why should we get charged for it?
Go ahead, Joseph. Chris, you're right. Go ahead, Joseph.
Absolutely. Oh shit, my mic's still on. Holy God. So I recently delivered a load to New York. I was restricted by curfew times and speed limit. My appointment was 9 a.m. and there was no way I was going to make it before 1 o'clock noon. I got in contact with my dispatch. I got in contact with the state. And in all honesty, the state did not stop me because I was doing 65. Not going to lie. They did not. I passed probably 7 state troopers on my way to my destination at 65. And oversized loads in the state of New York need to be 55 miles an hour. And I was going a little fast. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going a little fast. That being said, I got in contact with dispatch. I got in contact with the receiver. And they were understanding, thankfully. It was through a prison system. So, yeah, no, shit happened. And when shit is out of your control as a driver, like, who's going to pay that ticket if you get catched? Like, are they going to pay the permit ticket? Are they going to pay the speeding ticket? Are they going to pay the oversized ticket? Who's going to pay that ticket? I'll tell you right now. They're going to throw it on the driver. And as an owner-operator, if you're not a company driver, you're going to be paying that ticket. You're going to be making sure you front that ticket because it's your fault. You should have known better. That being said,
well, even if you're a company driver, if you're a company driver and it's a speeding ticket or any kind of moving violation, that driver as a company driver will be paying that ticket.
Yes, absolutely. As a company driver, you would.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris, didn't you get hit with something like that at that company?
What?
Didn't they try to make you pay for some shit? A ticket or a tow bill or some shit like that?
No, you're talking about the toll bill. That was totally separate. That's they were trying to make me pay the toll bill. And you know what? I just got the check back.
Oh, they gave you your money back?
Yep. I just
You
got the
threatened
check.
them, right?
No, I didn't. I didn't threaten them. I actually filed the complaint with Idaho Department of Labor.
Yeah.
They filed the report. They tried to get the company's side of it. They didn't want to respond. They
Right.
never responded.
Mhm.
They responded, but then they wouldn't supply the documents.
Chris, you know what? That you did good on that. I just want to tell you, I'm very proud of you, and you did good. You did not let that one ride. You didn't let that one just sit
I don't
there.
let shit ride.
Right. Richie,
You already know that.
Richie is watching this. Richie, if you're watching this, or if you watch it later, I just noticed you were here. Richie, you know, this senator up in Pennsylvania, Bob Casey, they were asking me some questions today about the piers, the docks, and I told them that I could put them in touch with someone who could give them information about the conditions in the, you know, of the docks in New Jersey, and they were interested in speaking to someone. I really don't do too much with that. So if you are interested in speaking with Senator Bob Casey from Pennsylvania, reach out to me, brother, and I will put you in touch with them. Thank you. So we addressed that.
So I want to comment on what Chris was saying. So Chris, you know, that right there is cost of doing business. I actually had a company,
Exactly.
they filed charges against me criminally. They pressed charges against me, said because what I did was, when I was a company driver, I abandoned a truck because the company owed me, I think it was like $7,000. They weren't paying me. They didn't pay me for about a month. And so I abandoned their equipment, and they wanted to know where it was at with the load. The load spoiled. They got a claim against them, everything. I refused to tell them where it was at until I got paid. They never paid me, so they filed charges against me. The criminal court agreed with the labor commissioner and said that's cost of doing business. When you're employed with somebody, they have a right to know where their equipment is. But now if they don't pay you and you quit because you didn't get paid, well, that's cost of doing business because you have no responsibility to that company anymore. And as long as you don't do it in like where, you know, if I work for a company and there's nothing going on and one day I just got a hair up my ass, I was like, you know, I'm going to screw over this company and leave their truck. That could go against me, but everything else is pretty much cost of doing business.
You know, Tim, that one, in my opinion, and I am not a lawyer, but that one right there is debatable. Were you arrested?
Yeah, I would say that too.
I was. So I wasn't arrested. They came.
Yeah, because that's a civil matter. Now, here's the thing. Oh, you were a company driver.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
You
so
see,
was
if you're a company driver, that's a different story. If you're an owner operator, that's a civil matter. You can take a trailer, you can take a load, you can take a truck, you can take, if somebody don't pay you, you can take all that shit. That's a civil matter. I know for a fact because I've done it. I've taken people shit. And the cops have come and they say, okay, have a nice day. This is a civil matter. I'll let them know. If you don't get paid from a carrier and you have their shit, you can definitely take that shit. That's not a criminal matter. That's a civil matter. That's a contract issue. But if you're a company driver, oh, you getting arrested.
So I was a
So,
company
that's how
driver,
that's.
and they like I said, they did charge me. They came to my house. They were like, "Look, we're not going to arrest you and take you down to jail, but we are." Pretty much, I was arrested, but they didn't cuff me up and haul me down to the jail. They just gave me my court date right there to appear, and that was it.
Yeah,
Once
well, they were cool because if you're a company driver, that's a crime. But if you're an owner operator, that goes back to the lease agreement. You know what I mean? That goes
But
back to the lease agreement. I used to take these guys' trailers all the time, bro. You know what I mean? I used to take their trailers all the time. You don't want to pay me? Okay, say goodbye to your trailer. That's it. It's gone. That's mine now. You know what I mean? That's a good business, bro. You know how much you can make leasing on the carriers and taking their trailers, man? You have any idea how much money you can make just doing that alone? Just going around leasing on the owner carriers and waiting for them not to pay you and keeping their trailers? It's a good business. In any case, you know what? Did we lose Chris?
I don't know. I had a major flub, man. My phone died, and I tried to go to my tablet, and my tablet lost the internet, and then my phone lost internet. And then when I got my phone back on, I had to connect my phone to my hotspot on my tablet to get my phone to come back up. Crazy shit. I've been sitting there all day and not had no internet connection issues. I don't know. It's weird.
That's StreamYard. It's crashing your phone and everything. That's what it does to me. If you don't have a really good connection, it crashes it.
Well, when I come back up on StreamYard and I got my phone back up and running, it's showing no internet. And my tablet wasn't showing no internet either, but then it come back on my tablet, but I couldn't even get on X or anything on my phone. Google, anything.
Yes.
I've been sitting here reading the news the whole time we've been talking.
I've been having problems with StreamYard too, man. This thing ain't working right. They keep telling me that they fixed it. They keep sending me emails telling me they fixed it, and it's Chrome's problem, it's Google's problem. But honestly, I think it's theirs. You know what? We're gonna shut this one down. But you know, I think we covered a lot of ground here today. Not much happened this week that we haven't already talked about. Jamie, I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna start with you, brother.
I got something quickly I've been dying to talk about. Let's talk about FreightWaves for a minute. You know, this is supposed to be the but this is real shit right here, Mike. You know, it's supposed to be the preeminent media for the trucking industry. You know, today 4 hours ago they found time to dig into and put an article up about pallet usage.
About who?
Pallet usage. Pallet usage,
Pallet?
bro. Pallet,
Okay.
yes. And a bunch of bullshit articles on. I mean, I'm not telling listeners not to read FreightWaves because I read it every day. But you know, it's just very disappointing that they just like the regular mainstream media. You know, they got time to report on pallet usage and do studies on pallet usage, but don't have time to report on an incident as big as the TQL issue yesterday. And they know about it because I've sent it to them. Everybody sent it to them. You know, it just shows, man. You know, Alex has covered it. You know, other people have covered it, and it's been everywhere. But you know, they got time to talk about. Oh, here's another thing. Now the brokers and the big carriers are going to the FMCSA, and they want every carrier to have a safety rating because they say only 10% of carriers have a safety rating. So now they're lobbying the government. They've been screaming at us, "Oh, y'all need the government to bail y'all out. You need the government to bail you out. You're running to the government for help." But on the other side of that, now they're running to the FMCSA and trying to get them to make sure every carrier has a safety rating. 90% of carriers right now do not have safety ratings.
I call bullshit. Every carrier has a safety rating.
No, sir, it don't.
Let me tell you, not every carrier don't have a safety rating.
No, they don't.
They have a CSA score, which is a safety rating.
That's
Well,
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something
yeah.
deeper than that.
It has to say satisfactory, unsatisfactory, whatever. Now,
When you
what I
pull up
can,
your MC on Safer and you look at it, 90% of them at the bottom on the safety rating says unrated, and that's
well,
fact.
Jamie, you are absolutely 10,000% correct. What I can tell you is this: they can go and ask whatever they'd like. That's their American right. This is a free country, and you have every right to go to Washington and ask whoever for whatever. That is your right. Anyone can do it. You don't
Don't it
need to
make
be
them
allowed.
hypocrites, Mike, to be coming down on us and talking, oh, y'all running to the government to get the government to do this for you because y'all can't run y'all's business, and now they're doing the same thing they've been talking to shit to us about for the last 6 or 8 months. Come on, man. Be real about it. If you're going to do something, be real about it. Don't be a fucking two-face having snake. Where you're
You
doing
know that's what
exactly
they
what you're
were
accusing
from the
us of
jump,
doing.
man. You know that's what they were, brother, from the jump. You know, you knew it was all bullshit. But I'll tell you this, Jamie, they can do whatever they want. The national owner
I agree,
operator.
but don't be pointing fingers at everybody else because they're doing the same damn thing you're doing, bro. I can give a fuck
Right.
less what they do.
We will fight them at every turn. That's what I will tell you. It won't go unanswered. We will fight them at every turn, and I really do feel they're changing for right now, at least while this administration is in place. I think the tone of the regulators are changing, and you know. Any request like that will be answered. So
Well, I'm
we've
just
had.
saying you need to go look at this article, Mike, and you're gonna as soon as you read this article, you're gonna think the same exact damn thing I'm thinking. I promise you.
No, I'll check it out as soon as we get off here. I'll check it out. But Joseph, you are up next. I'm gonna put that up there. You have the floor. Thank you, Jamie. Go ahead, Joseph. Final words.
Other than everything that's been said right now, this is a great conversation. It really opens up my eyes and what I can do for y'all, especially elected in the Congress. We got a lot of people who are disenfranchised. We got a lot of people who are, how would I say, thinking that nothing can be changed because their vote doesn't matter. Well, I'll tell you right now, your vote does matter. Your voice with us does matter. We are standing up for the people of this country. The issues we are talking about here are exactly what we're trying to tackle. And I'm not trying to be blanket, like, these are the issues that I need to cover just to get elected. I will be here in these spaces. I will be here in these conversations. I'm not going to be like, when I heard Marjorie Taylor Greene get attacked by other congressional members of Congress because she interfered on their, what are they called? Fundraisers and just reaching out for a dollar. We're not here to reach for your dollar. We're here to speak for you. We want you to give us your money so we can make sure the issues that you address are answered. And that's what I offer. That's what we offer with these spaces. That's what I offer with my voice. So with that, I'll yield on to you might just, this is just fantastic. I'm so glad to be a part of this. Thank you for allowing me to be up here. And Texas, I'm right here with you, man. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to rant to, like, I understand where you're coming from. We've talked about this, and we need to talk more. We don't need to be like, oh, well, we're just talking here and there. We need to be on the same page. You need to blow up my phone. If you're having issues, call me. I'm on the road just like you are. And I got a phone too, so I can call you too. Like, this is just issues that we come across. We need to be sure that we're communicating. With that being said, I'll yield.
I agree. And most importantly, we can't have in Blake's paying $12 for a 60-pack of eggs when she should be paying $6. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I'm concerned about that on that level. Christopher. Oh, and I'll save that for my final words. Go ahead, Christopher.
So it didn't come up tonight, but we need to push this transparency with FMCSA actually forcing TQL to force the transparency. It shows we need to push it. We need to push it more.
Is that it, bro?
Well, I'm trying to put it out there to get carriers to actually start asking for the transparency, because it is important. Because we don't get it right now, it's not going to happen, because we need that 2020 rates out there. We need the 2020 rates out there. Otherwise, it's going to be pointless for us to go for this transparency.
I got you. I see what you're saying. The 3-year date will expire.
Exactly.
We were talking about the same thing a couple of months ago when the news came out that they were not going to rule on it until 2024. But as you could see, they are moving on this. So, look, the thing with asking for this is you have to do it yourself. We could help you. Organizations like NOAA and, SBTC, we could help you. But the fact is you have to request the information yourself. And when they tell you they're not going to give it to you, then we can help you go to the next step to get the information. You know what I mean? But we can't do it for you. You have to request the documentation yourself, because they will contact you, and they don't want to speak to me. They want to speak to the person who filed the complaint. And that's pretty much
I
it.
sent the email. You already know I sent the email.
I know. I got you. CC'd it to me.
I'm trying to get other carriers to do it.
Right. You have to do it. So now you know what to do and who to send it to. He's going to, I can tell you right now what's going to happen most likely. He's going to tell you to file an official complaint. That's what they've been telling me from day one. And, I don't want to get into all of that, but that's pretty much what the process. So it's not difficult. It's not hard. I have contact numbers for someone you could speak to if you can't do it yourself online or whatever. But you gotta do it. I will probably do it too. I have issues with them as well. Thank you, Chris, for that. And you are totally right. People have to speak up for themselves, and they have to request the documentation under their right, 49 CFR 371.3. And if you need help, you can always ask us or James Lamb from SBTC, or whoever else is helping people get that information. I'm sure they will help you. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Jessica from the NOAA Fuel Card program. Check that out if you haven't. There's a post in the group with new discounts for the tires. Thank you, Jessica, for being here. I hope she comes back on Monday. We will definitely start our regular programming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to restart that. Jamie is working on some other stuff for us on Twitter with other Twitter spaces. So we should have some news on that soon. So we'll be doing some other regular shows on Twitter and stuff like that. I want to thank Joseph Langone for being here. Thank you, Joseph, man. You're the best, brother. I can tell you that I've met a lot of people running for office this year, and you, my friend, are definitely one of my favorites. I really do enjoy speaking with you, and thank you for being here live. I think it's so important that people actually put a face to the voice and see what you look like. And Texas, you guys should be proud to have someone like Joseph Langone representing you in the 17th district. I wish you were a New Yorker, brother, and you can come up here and kick some of these liberals' asses. We really, yeah, man. You guys out in Texas, if you're in the 17th district, look this guy up, Joseph Langone. Donate to his campaign. He needs all the help you can get. It doesn't matter. I know you got it. If you got it, please do. $1, $10, $100, whatever you can. Donate to his campaign. He's a truck driver, and he's going to go in there and he's going to represent truckers. Let me tell you something. No one is here that was with us in Washington. I'm going to say something. You are going to be in good company, Joseph. There is an individual who represents. He is in the House. His name is Mike Collins. He's a representative from Georgia. He owns a trucking company. My brother, believe me when I tell you, we thought he was gonna jump over that like pew and grab Pete Buttigieg by the neck and just start duffing him out. He was so pissed. And when the whole hearing was over, like he came down and he talked to us. And the whole time he was talking to us, he was like looking over at Pete Buttigieg, just hoping he would turn around and look at him. And then he turned around and he said I'm not going to say what he said, but he's a trucker. He was like, he grabbed my hand. He was like, my name is Mike Collins. I'm from Georgia. And yo, JD, the next thing he tells me, he spits out his MC number. Who does that? Like, he's like, he knows his MC number by heart. He spits it out when he meets me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't say my name is Mike and this is my MC number, MC 108240, whatever. He was like, he wanted me to know he was a trucking company owner. He was a trucker. So my whole point is, Joseph, there are truckers in Washington, and Mike Collins is new there, and he's a good guy. And when you get there, look him up. Noah definitely supports Mike Collins from Georgia. He's definitely one of us. He's a good guy, man. And I appreciate you being here, brother. Hey, if anybody has anything else to say, if not, I'm going to shut it down. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll be back here Monday night at 8 p.m. And Mike Collins, right? Mike Collins. Jamie's coming right back. Jamie, anything else before I shut it down, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna be bored all day tomorrow. I might kick off a space and just come in and just talk bullshit for a while, so anybody wants to join. MAGA, Matt has his space tomorrow. It's always a dynamite space on Saturday. Got a lot of people in there, a lot of interaction, a lot of politicians, a lot of people that's running, a lot of very influential people is in there on Saturday. It's probably one of the biggest spaces they put on every week, and it's liable to go anywhere and everywhere. So encourage everybody to come in and hang out with us in there. I'll definitely be there. We just keep doing what we're doing, man. We had a pretty exciting week, man. It's been a pretty laid back week. We backed off of the rhetoric on certain people and trying to clean that up a little bit. That they're not important to what we're doing. Mike is exactly right. So why are we wasting time going around and around with them? Leave them alone. Let them sit over and stew, and they're coming around and they're coming in. They're watching us. You know what I mean? Because now they see where we're at. They didn't think we'd make it this far. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we're definitely going to start working on a local level, Joseph. We need to get some influence down there, and that's where it's got to go back to and start. I don't know if you know what we planned from the start for NOAA is eventually all the trucking states have a terminal in every state, an office and a terminal in every state. We're going to get back to the business plan. The broker and the carrier needs to be built out, and we're working on that now. We're talking about it and working on it. When we pulled off and went to the advocacy, we really didn't have a choice. It was something that had to happen, and it had to happen then because time was very limited. But we've got a solid business plan, and Joseph, you haven't heard our business plan yet, but we've spent a lot of time and a lot of energy putting the business plan together, and it's solid. It'll work. It'll be big, but we need that plan to get fully functional because that will give us insurmountable power in the trucking industry, and that's what we got to have to institute and get the changes that we want, the changes we're seeking, and the changes that owner operators and small carriers need. I know we're trying to close, so I'm not going to go on long, but just keep your heads up, man, and
You already went
continue to
long.
do what we're doing, huh? Hush, Chris.
You already
Hush,
went
hush.
long, but you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
He brought us to the 3-hour mark. I know he was doing that on purpose. Look at that. I know he was doing that on purpose. Y'all just
We
live
still got 5 minutes left. I want to have at least 2 minutes to go on my rant.
I was trying to get out of here early. All right. Well, anyway.
We run this thing to midnight before. Come on.
I can't do it. I gotta take a power nap before we actually start the show, man. Look, everybody have a good weekend. I know Jamie and Joseph, you guys are out on the road, man. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Stay warm. We will check in with both of you guys tomorrow. I will be on Twitter with Jamie tomorrow. So if anybody wants to check us out. Jamie, what time does Matt's show start?
I think it's 1. I think it's 1 Eastern.
Yeah.
I mean 1 Pacific, so it would be.
I don't know. 4. What is
3?
It? Yeah, 3.
No,
right, so
4.
3 Eastern.
No, 4 Eastern. Because Pacific, so Eastern and Pacific is 3 hours.
Right. So what is 4? I thought it was earlier, but sometime around there. Just check in.
Sometimes he'll get off earlier. Depending on what he's got going. But it will be up tomorrow. So
yeah, I never know.
I'll share it out across all the platforms and everything. We'll get it out where everybody knows where we're at. And y'all come hang out, man. Let's have fun because we do have fun on Saturdays. So
right.
Saturdays are really good.
Well, I'm going to pack it up, shut it down. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Stay safe, and we will see you all on Monday, 8 p.m. All in or nothing. Thank you.